What's going down, YouTube family? We out in these YouTube streets. Monday night, as usual, got a whole lot to talk about. Let me allow me to get my affairs in order. I don't necessarily want to call this a pop-up live, but nevertheless, we are live. Whole lot to talk about, whole lot of content out there. And check some things real quick while I give people an opportunity to enter the building. When you do enter the building, let me know where you chiming in from. Got Roger Boyd, first one on the line that I see in the building. What up, bro? How's it going, man? I appreciate you, man, for asking. Man, everything's everything. You see what I'm saying? Just doing my normal thing. I typically go live on Monday nights, right around this time, 8:15, Monday or Tuesdays. But everything's cool. Florida, what part of Florida you in, bro? I never been to Florida. Heard it's real nice. I intend to get there at some point. Queen of the Dance, what's good? I see you back in the building again. We got a whole lot to talk about tonight. A whole lot. I'm gonna give people an opportunity to enter the building, but I'm gonna be doing a whole lot of talking and storytelling tonight. Not necessarily storytelling, but just giving my perception and my opinion on a lot of things. Chris Driver, North Carolina. Hold up. Chris Driver, what's good? North Carolina's in the building. Much love. I appreciate you, Chris Driver. L. Ingram, watching from Ohio, but native North Carolina. Charlotte's in the building. L. Ingram. Panama City, it's Northwest. Okay. I've heard of Panama. I've actually heard of Panama, man. 32 Streets, Brooklyn, New York. We don't rat or cap. I know that's right, Brooklyn. Brooklyn's in the building. You know I got to address what's going on in New York and Harlem, and I'm quite sure that you understand exactly what I'll be what I'm alluding to, if you will. Let's see. Roger Boyd, you never hit me up, bro. I sent you my number a few weeks back. And we told you that we had a story that I relate to. My bad. I thought I hit you up, bro. Didn't you send me an email? Because I got back with a couple people that had sent me an email. So I thought that I remember. You got to understand that I hear from a lot of people, and I'm not trying to act like I'm no better than anybody else or anything like that. So I do remember something about a story that you were wanting to kind of get out there. I'm in New Orleans, 504 Boys. You heard me? We're 504 Boys. Hit me back on my email, RealKENZTV at Yahoo, RealKENZTV at Yahoo, and leave your number, because I don't remember seeing a phone number, bro. I'm keep it all the way real with you, man. I don't remember seeing a number. So just hit me up. That's my real email. I do check it, and I'll get with you. Gregory Landry. What's good, Gregory? How you doing, man? Where you chiming in from? Ralph Smith. What's the biggest animal you think you could take in a fight? Come on, man. Don't start this foolishness tonight, man. We not doing no foolishness tonight. I ain't even paying attention to messages that don't even apply. Steve on the water. What up, KENZ? Checking in from Clinton, Maryland, man. On another 10-hour shift. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Appreciate you chiming in while your 10-hour shift. I'm gonna be doing my shout outs tonight, but I'm gonna be doing a whole lot of talking mixed in with a couple stories. So you all that are doing the 10-hour shift, or my truck drivers, or just anybody that's at work and you're just trying to kill time or whatever the scenario may be, I'm gonna actually do some stories this evening, I'm giving my take on the P Diddy situation. Right now, just giving people an opportunity to chime in. Y'all hit that like button for me too, man. It takes 2 seconds. Helps the algorithm. Helps me to really get the channel out there. So y'all hit that like button, man. I'm giving shout outs to everybody right now that I can possibly give a shout out to. Danielle Deer. What's good, Danielle? I feel you, bro. It's all love. I got you. Yeah, it's all love, man. It's all love, man. Ain't no problems. Actually, you good, man. I wasn't for sure if you was trolling or not. So you can ask me whatever. I get a lot of trolls on here. So sometimes when I see things that doesn't necessarily, so there's no apologies necessary. You can ask me, a serious question, or we can joke. But I thought it was a troll. So actually, it was my apologies. I appreciate the donation. Whoever just don't, I appreciate the donation. Tonight I'm gonna be mainly talking. So if you want your questions answered, man, you got the you got Cash App. That's $KENZ KENZ 1000 $KENZ KENZ 1000, or you got the super chats and the super thanks. Other than that, after I do the shout outs, I'm primarily just be talking, man. Gregory Landry, good. Poplarville. Is that Poplarville or Poplarville? One of the two. I know I'm right. Let's see. Would you say, Presswood, you enjoyed yourself at the homosexual parade? Hey, I'm glad you enjoyed yourself, man. That's literally what he said. So I'm glad you enjoyed yourself, man. Nothing wrong with that if that's what you're into. Baby Blue, sup, dude? What's up, bro? How you doing, man? How you doing? That's funny, man. I know your car smells crazy. Why would my car smell crazy? That's crummy, man. That's funny. Israel's in the building. Are you really, really in Israel? Dog man, Israel is in the building. What time is it in Israel right now? Y'all hit that like button, man. I appreciate the donation. Whoever sent the donation, I'm getting down to you, and I'm gonna thank you personally. Thank you for that super thanks, or super chat, whichever one it was. Yeah. Hit that like button, man. Queen of the Dance said hit that like button. Y'all hit that like button. What up, Christopher Hayes? What's good with you, bro? How you been living, man? I know you be busy working, and I definitely appreciate you tuning in, doing this thing called life. You see what I'm saying? Hey, brother, can you sing a Backstreet Boys song for us? Can you hit the super chat and the super thanks? I might think about it. Marcus Murdoch, love the show. I listen at work. UPS, I appreciate you, man. A lot of people listen at work, man, and they say that it helps them get through their shift, if you will. So I appreciate it. Y'all continue to hit the like button. Dion Day, Hawkeye State, Hawkeyes. We an hour. Inspector Gadget, appreciate the donation. He didn't ask a question, but anything you got to ask, go ahead and ask me, man. I appreciate it. New to the channel, F21. I'm from Kentucky. I appreciate you chiming into the channel. Is F21? I appreciate you, man. Hopefully you hit that subscribe button. We're going to talk about a whole lot tonight. A whole lot. Arkansas 501 is in the building. Marcus Murdoch. It's Murdoch. Marcus Murdoch. What's good, bro? GP Clips, what's your favorite NFL team? You obviously don't follow me much. You got to hit that subscribe button, man. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan all day, every day. Not every day, every day. Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, we got whooped this weekend, but hey, perhaps we were getting beside ourselves, man. Y'all hit that like button for me, man, before I get beside myself, man. Britney Spears song. No donations for you. It's all good. Hit that like button, Chris, man. Hey, Chris, where you lifting now, man? On the flat. What's your where you maxing out at? I know you a heavy weight lifter or what have you. What you doing on that flat bench, man? Somebody just sent me a cash app, and I don't know exactly who did, but whoever did that, I appreciate you. $KENZ 1000. $KENZ 1000. Whoever sent me that cash app, I definitely appreciate you, man. Let's see. Y'all bear with me. I'm just going through just going through some of the messages. That's all I'm doing, just going through some of the messages. See who's sending serious messages and who's not. Marcus Murdoch. I'm glad he enjoyed himself, though. Yeah, evidently he had a ball. Y'all hit that like button for me, though. Let me know where you chiming in from if you haven't already made it known. Man. Baby Blue enjoying the evening after work. Been a long one. I understand, man. I definitely understand. You've been at work all day. You trying to relax, kick back. I don't know. Do you have a beverage this evening that you're entertaining yourself with? Reginald Brown, hey, real KENZ, maybe all of you Dallas fans can buy Super Bowl tickets for the Cowboys so they can see what winning looks like. LOL. Love you, brother. BG Medical Gas Delivery Driver. Yeah, I remember you. Reginald. Hey, you know what, man? It seems to be a common theme every year. You know, we come out and look good in a game or two, and everybody just thinks that, you know, we're this unstoppable force, and then come right out and get our brains beat out. I don't understand it. I don't understand it whatsoever, but hopefully we can get it together, man. That's all I can say. They played an excellent game, man. Let's see. Captured by Dan. This is one of Diddy's security guards right here. Captured by Dan, say he's one of Diddy's security guards. They coming for you. They coming for that ass. You next. Federal prosecutor said it's more people. They said it's more charges that will potentially come and more people. So perhaps you and Gene Deal, y'all next, man. Y'all hit that like button, man. Whoever just sent that other donation, I'm going to get down to you. I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate the super thanks, the super chats. Jose Flores, bro, you got to get lined up, dog, on the real for what? To impress you? I get lined up when I need to get lined up. Respectfully. Okay, Marcus Murdoch. Ron Brown, we gonna buy the tickets to watch CD Clown. Oh my God. TB, what's good, Terry Brown? My God. I was watching your earlier video, had to jump into the live. Yeah, I got a video that I uploaded maybe, I don't know, maybe about an hour and a half ago. And it's crazy because I've been trying to upload the video for the past 4 hours. It's just sometimes, man, the internet just does not want to cooperate. It was going slow. I've used Wi-Fi, I've moved just different places, different signals. And it was just, for whatever reason, every once in a while you have one of those days about once a month, once every month and a half, 2 months, to where the internet is just slow, man. And it took literally about 4 hours to upload that video. So you all, whenever you jump off the live, go check out my video I did today. I'm addressing the P Diddy situation. I'm addressing a whole lot of things, man. You know what I mean? But I appreciate you chiming in. What's up? My dog's in the building. J-VTV. Y'all go check him out. JAY-VTV. What's going on, man? You know I had to jump on here and do the P Diddy situation. Talk about it. How you doing, man? How's Trey doing, man? Shout out to Trey, man. Everybody give a shout out to Trey over at JVTV. JAY-V as in Victor TV. Son, there's a channel with his son Trey, man, and they do like openings, like baseball cards, and they just talk sports and NBA and real knowledgeable, man. Y'all go check him out. Trey's gonna be one of the best wrestlers in the state of Florida this year. I believe he's a sophomore, man. Y'all go check out JVTV, man. Real family-oriented channel. Just a good, humble family, man. Y'all go check him out, man. That's my dog, man. That's my dog. Mr. Adams, what up? Where you chiming in from? How you doing? I'm ignoring all the weirdos. I don't got no moderators, so I'm gonna just ignore them. It really helps my algorithm, so you all just keep leaving the stupid messages or the stupid comments. I'm gonna just ignore them. I see you, Chris. Shout out from Oklahoma. Oklahoma's in the building. It's another place I've never been to. When I really think about it, when people tell me like all the different places that they, they're from, y'all hit that like button if you don't mind. All the different places that they're from, and it's like, man, I ain't really been nowhere when I in a major scheme of things. But next year, Lord willing, I'm traveling. I'm taking this show on the road, man. I'm taking this show on the road. If Relly Buns, my guy, what's good? I believe you sent me an email too. I believe I remember I get so many emails, but I definitely remember you sending me an email, man. Steel Rogers. Is that Steel Rogers or City Rogers? Okay, I said Steel Rogers. Look like City Rogers, my bad. Dallas gonna catch that L this Sunday too. I doubt it. Somebody's gonna have a steep price to pay, man. And why would you do something like that? Jag on today during school. we were doing the Pledge of Allegiance. This kid did not stand up, so I slapped him so hard he fell out of his wheelchair. Am I in the wrong? Yeah, you in the wrong, man. You're a bully. You're gonna end up going penitentiary, man. Flat bench, 405 to 410 right now. Hey, Chris, that's some major weight, man. That's some major weight. Most I ever got up to on the flat bench was 350. Doing my incarceration times or whatever. Now, I feel like if I had been in a better car, now when I say car, meaning like if I had like gorillas that was really pushing me, I was the strongest one in the car, or the second strongest one in the car. But if I had some dudes that was in the 400-pound club and they was pushing me, I probably would have gotten there. But that 350 is heavy, man. I took that 365 out of the rack, took it all the way down slow, didn't bounce at anything. I touched my chest, but I just couldn't get it. I got it about halfway up. So I can't even imagine, man. 405, 410. That's a major weight, man. Major weight. Jack, I need some help. What type of help you need, man? I ain't on none of that funny stuff, man. Mike Hawk from the UK. What's up? Hey, the UK, man. I be seeing people from UK on my channel all the time, man. That's a real honor, man. That's a real honor. I appreciate that, man. JVTV says, damn, Chris, 405 is beast mode. It was at 485. My little brother just hit 405, win 190. Yes, yeah. That's beast mode, man. That's beast mode. It's a lot of weight. A lot of weight. I don't even lift heavyweights anymore. I had to get a hernia surgery last year. It was in like my stomach, my belly button or whatever, as a result from lifting heavy weights. So I don't really, I ain't been lifting any weights. But whenever I do go back to the weight pal, probably 225 is the most that I'll mess, I'll fool with. Video on my page. I'm gonna check your page out, JVTV. I'm gonna check your page out, man. Our secondary is horrible. Been like that for a while. Yeah. I don't get it. I don't get it. I just don't. I don't even try to understand it anymore. I just watch, man. Whoever sent that donation, I appreciate that. It's a whole lot of people that's just out here bored, evidently, man. Free Diddy. You know what? Free Diddy. I believe it. Diddy got a RICO charge with only him in it. They about to throw the library at him. Absolutely. That's what lets you know, like, there's other people. They pretty much said it today. There's other people. There's other charges. There's other people that will be charged. But it's messed up, man. I'm about to get into my take on the Diddy situation. I'm just trying to address some of these real messages. I have a whole lot of trolls on here tonight. I'm just ignoring him, though. Free Diddy. They keep screaming free Diddy. Baltimore, Maryland's in the house. I always stop by your channel and check it out. I appreciate it. It's Jarrell Morton. I definitely appreciate that, man. I definitely do. Trey's doing good, man. JVTV says Trey's doing good. That's his son. Working hard, putting in that work. And thanks, my dude, for the shout out every time. Absolutely. I'm always give you a shout out, man. don't care if I got 500,000 subscribers. I'm always give you a shout out, man. JV, JY-VTV. Y'all go check him out. Good family channel, man. Great content, man. Talk a lot of sports, baseball, football, basketball, NBA. Go check him out, man. I like, what is that? I like to say Nami. What? I don't know how to pronounce your name. Can you say happy birthday to me? I can if I knew how to pronounce your name. What's up, my boss? How you doing, man? I appreciate you. Saucy, what's good, man? What's good? What's that? AS, what up, my G? How you doing, man? How you doing? Queen of the dance. Diddy's right where he belongs. We're going to talk about Diddy. We're going to talk about that whole situation, man. 8367. It's my birthday. Happy birthday. Is it Addy? Addy 367. Happy birthday. My boss, how you been? Man, I've been all right, man. I can't complain. I can't complain whatsoever, man. I appreciate you asking. What's it, the Pharaoh heist? Hey, KENZ, how you doing? How you doing, man? Trayvon says, did Diddy do it? I don't know. We're going to talk about it, man. So he can oil up. He did. There was a whole lot of baby oil, if you will, that was apprehended, but that don't necessarily mean that. Think about it. When has it been illegal to have baby oil? Oh, man. Derek Walker, the cats are the chicken of the streets. Are you talking about the Kentucky Wildcats? Jeremiah Adro, would you ever go to trade school? Not at this point. I got 2 trades. Electrician and masonry. Furrow pause, yeah, double pause. Yeah, Kentucky, Jakara. Is that Jakara Moore? Kentucky put up a good fight against the Georgia Bulldogs. Yeah. It just wasn't enough in the end. But yeah, they played tough. I never really got the feeling that they were gonna win. But they played tough. JVTV, I tore my pec max in 325. Have never tried more than 245 since. Yeah, it really doesn't make sense the way that I look at it, because I mean, unless you bodybuilding, like unless you in a competition, like how much weight does one really need to lift? You know, it's a whole lot of weight on your shoulders and on your elbows, the tension that he puts. Y'all continue to hit that like button for me. So once I do get back into the gym, 225 will be the most. I've always had a go of lifting 5 sets of 20 of 2 1/4. 5 sets of 20 of 225. I used to be able to do 5 sets of 14s, but 5 sets of 20, that's beast mode to me. Let's see. Chris, hey, you weigh about 225? I mean 205? Yeah. Yeah, you definitely feel sorry for somebody if they run up on you and weighing at 205 and maxing out at double that. Yeah, that's good weight, man. But y'all check this out. Ant-Man TV, what's up, man? What's good with you? You think Diddy will be a shot caller, or will he get turned out? Definitely ain't gonna be no shot caller. What's good, KENZ? How you living? TLC Genetics Show, man. I'm living. I appreciate you. How you doing, man? Thank you for asking, man. I definitely appreciate you. No complaints. Christopher Hayes says, JVTV, I warm up for about 15 minutes before I get under any bars. I'm 40 years old, and I wish I had done more of that in my younger years. Yeah, I was the same way, man. I used to hate to warm up. I go in there and just take 135 and hit it about 10, 15, 20 times warm, and that's my whole warm up. I ain't do the proper exercising and the proper stretching and warming up. You know, when you're younger, man, you don't feel like doing all that warming up stuff. You should, but you don't feel like, you just like, you know what, man, let me just jump in here and go straight at it, man. Queen of the dance, real KENZ, you should have call-ins during your lives. I've thought about that. I actually have. I listen to a couple channels, uh, and they do the call-ins, and I have thought about that. Perhaps I will. How much can you deadlift? I never really did the deadlift. If you're speaking to me, I never really did deadlift. Probably should have. Never really got into it, man. Christopher Hayes said he deadlifts 580. Wow. But check this out, though. Check this out. Now I'm gonna get into the my take on the P Diddy situation, man. You know, when I made my video earlier, y'all go check my video out if you haven't had an opportunity to check it out. It just uploaded maybe about an hour and a half ago. Internet was being really, really slow today, so it's kind of coinciding with my live. So there is a video. It took about like 4.5 hours just for it to upload. I don't know exactly what the problem was, but that's just what it was. Since the video that I uploaded, you know, P Diddy, everybody knows that he's been taken into custody by the feds, charged with sex trafficking and essentially the RICO Act and something else. I don't know the exact charges, but it's not good. It's never good when the feds take you into custody. And this is what I tell people all the time. You know, the police will lead you to believe, do the right thing, turn yourself in. Y'all hit that like button for me. Do the right thing and turn yourself in. Well, if you turn yourself in, that means we don't have to do our job because you're turning yourself in. Now, I'm not telling people to go on the run, because oftentimes when you don't turn yourself in and you go on the run, a lot of times you end up catching additional charges. And it's like, man, if I had just went on and just turned myself in initially and got this out of the way, then I wouldn't be facing these additional charges. So by all accounts and from everything that I understand, P Diddy went to New York with the intention and with the mind frame. He knew that he was going to be taken into custody. It was a big surprise. A lot of people didn't expect that. They didn't think that P Diddy would ever see the inside of a jail cell. And I'm one of those people. And I was wrong. I didn't think that P Diddy would ever see the inside of a jail cell. Not because I didn't think that he was going to be indicted. It's not one of those situations where I thought, well, he's above the law. It's just that I thought that P Diddy would pretty much just run. Once he got the heads up, once he figured that he was going to be charged, I thought that P Diddy would he still had his passport. I thought that he would go to another country and just never, ever face charges ever, in life. And so when I seen that whole situation, it made me think like, okay, his attorneys, they must know something. Queen of the Dance said, I knew P Diddy was going to jail. Yeah, see, I'm thinking that his attorneys had to have known something, because it seems as though they told him, listen, man, we're trying to work you out of bond or bail or whatever. If you turn yourself in, I know you don't want to spend the night in jail, but go ahead and turn yourself in. It's going to make you, look good. It's going to make it seem as though, okay, obviously our client is not trying to run anywhere, go anywhere, because he's here to turn himself in. He does just that, goes to court today. They propose a $50 million bail with a electronic monitoring on his leg, pretty much, ankle brace. And he didn't get bond. His bond got denied. TLC Genetics show he can't get bond. It was denied. They proposed a $50 million full cash bond, not 10%, full cash or probably property with electronic monitoring on his leg, and the judge still denied him bond. In my opinion, talk about a witch hunt. This is a blatant example of a witch hunt. The prosecution, prosecutors have way too much power because pretty much whatever they say, a lot of times the judge is gonna abide by or go along with what they say. Here it is, this guy hasn't been convicted of anything. But yet, you all won't accept a $50 million full cash bond with electronic monitoring. He doesn't have a passport. He's a public figure. Where's he going to go? Where's he going to run to? P Diddy's he's in for a long fight. Type of case like this will probably take 2.5, 3 years just to get to trial. The prosecution, they drag it out. Court dates is 4 and 5, 6 months, apart. Because they try to break you. They try to break you all the way down. They know that when you're in that county jail, it's so terrible that a lot of people are just like, you know what? Here, man, just let me go on and just take the plea deal. Y'all hit that like button for me. Just let me go on and take the plea deal so I can get out of this county jail and get on to the penitentiary. But it's not going to be the case for an individual such as P Diddy. Right now, P Diddy's sitting in a little cell about the size of a bathroom because he's in PC, protective custody. About the size of a bathroom. The tub is the actual, his bed. Probably only allowed out 1 hour of a day. During that 1 hour a day that he's out, uses the phone, has to use the phone, take a shower, do whatever he needs to do for that hour, and then go back into the cell. Now, at some point, I'm sure that he will, get special privileges because of who he is. And, you got certain people, it's P Diddy, they're going to do things for him that the average inmate won't get. But I don't see him taking a plea deal. I see him going to trial with this thing because he's been overcharged, man. For you all that are not familiar, sex trafficking, and there's so many ways that they can charge you with sex trafficking. Check this out. You got some money, right? You don't got to be rich, but you got a little money. Or let's just say you're rich. You got a few million or, some 600,000-700,000, whatever the case may be. Y'all hit that like button. You decide, you know what, man, I'm going to have a couple of my buddies over, man. We just going to have a freak off. Because that's what they call it, a freak off. You get about 5 or 6 of your buddies. You get about 10, 11, 12 of the baddest women. You see what I'm saying? And you tell them all, hey, look, man, we're going to kick you all $1,000. We're going to kick you all $1,000. You come over and kick it, spend some time with us, 3 or 4 hours or whatever. Got $1,000, $1,500, whatever the case may be. Spend the night. I'm going to give everybody $3,000. We got the drinks. We got we got food. We got things that, if you want to indulge in or what have you. Everything is laid out. And we're going to have a ball. We're going to have big fun. Everybody comes over. Y'all kick it. Y'all have fun. Everybody, the next day, everybody's gone. You send everybody back home. Fly all the women back home. Or, whatever the case may be. You pay them. Hell of a party. Everybody have fun, man. Only problem is, if them women came across state lines, I don't care if like, we're close to Indiana. So once you come across state lines to get into Kentucky, it's like 5 minutes away. That's crossing state lines. That's considered sex trafficking. And so P Diddy, I'm not sitting here acting as though he's some angel, because I'm quite sure the dude is a jerk. He seems to be a jerk. But to charge a man that's successful as he is, he has an empire, and basically they're saying that he uses empire and his money to influence people to do these things, to essentially threaten these people, to do these freak-offs, these sex parties, and now he's charged with sex trafficking. They often reach. That's what happened to R. Kelly. Anytime you go across those state lines, the feds have jurisdiction to come in and say, okay, well, this may not be an actual crime in your jurisdiction or in your state, but when you cross those state lines, now you've committed a federal crime. So think about that, fellas. Think about that. You got the money to bring in 10 of the baddest, prettiest, thickest women. They're escorts or whatever. You giving them all $2,500. They're going to hang out with you for a few hours, 4 or 5 hours. You got some of your buddies over, y'all having fun. Y'all got the plate laid out. Everything is provided for you. And later on, you find out that you just committed sex trafficking. Now, you knew that what you was doing probably wasn't on the up and up. Just because it's your house or it's your room that you rented, you can't just have like party drugs just floating around the room and just, you see what I'm saying? That part is illegal. You know that what you're doing right there is not legal. You know that. You know that probably you're not supposed to be hiring women because that's a form of prostitution. Even though I know certain states prostitution is legal. But what's up, Bryce Bright? Salute to you. So when you do these things and it comes back on you, it's like, whoa, yeah, I did that, but I didn't know that I was committing a federal crime. Ant-Man TV. So is online dating considered sex trafficking now? It could be. It just depends. If you're bringing, if she or he's coming across state lines, and let's just say you're paying for the ticket for them to get there, or you're giving them money or whatever, I'm sure that the feds could conjure something up in which it would be considered as sex trafficking. Laws are made as they go as far as the feds. So you may see something and it clearly says something, what the law is in black and white, but the feds can come in and twist it around. Just like I talked about Lil Boosie, the rapper Lil Boosie. His entire case, the gun case that he got caught with, he got caught with a firearm, convicted felon, possession of a firearm. The feds just miraculously seen him on video, doing a video. They seen him on live, Instagram live. They proceeded to pull the truck over that he was in. They found the firearm that was allegedly that he had on him. He was arrested, charged in the state. The state dismissed it. He had already taken a plea deal. I didn't even initially know that. He had taken a plea deal. They was going to give him probation. They dropped the charges. The feds came in, picked the charges up. He spent almost 2 weeks in jail. They finally give him a bond. He's on ankle monitor. Comes home. He's home for about a year doing everything he's supposed to do. He's submitting urinalysis. He's going to see his PO every week. You know, just everything that he's supposed to do. He finds out that the charges are dismissed. He's happy. He's ecstatic. He's jumping, crying, crying tears of joy. He takes all his family, like 30, 40 people on vacation, just to get a lawyer, just to get a phone call from his lawyer informing him that he's going to be charged again. Well, how did they charge me again? It just got dismissed. Apparently, there's a law that's passed in California. If you're a convicted felon and it's nonviolent, that if you can show that you have this firearm on you and it's just merely for your protection, then evidently you can do so. However, you can't be a drug addict. So the prosecution was able to go in and somehow show that convince a judge to sign this warrant that Lil Boosie was a drug addict. And being that he's a drug addict, you can't be in possession of a firearm. So they came back and rearrested him again. Ain't never missed court the entire year he was out. Never was late to court, never failed a drug test or anything like that. And those prosecutors still wanted to have him rearrested and sit in the county jail while he fought these charges. See, I say it all the time. Prosecution, man, you got to be ruthless, man, to be a prosecutor, man. Because they have no filter. They have no heart. They have everything is about their careers. Everything is about advancement in their careers. Why would you seek to have somebody locked up when you know that they're not going to run? That helps your chances of a conviction. The Fed's conviction rate is 99% because most people take plea deals. But I'd like to know what the conviction rate is for the people that go to trial. It's crazy. Coyote, just joined in, what's the subject, Unc? Man, we talking about, appreciate you chiming in. We talking about P Diddy, man. His bond was denied. So anytime you go back to court, you can always ask the judge to consider bond. But if the judge denied him today, I seriously doubt that at any point he'll be granted bond. So P Diddy's going to fight this whole case from protective custody, from one cell, a small cell. He can't go to GP. P Diddy can't go to the general population. Listen, that video of him beating up Cassie the way that he did, oh my goodness. It's not going to be good, man. It's not going to be good whatsoever. One thing about jail, dudes don't like when you've done things to kids, elderly people, and women. What's up, James? How you doing, man? We're just talking about the P Diddy situation. P Diddy was denied bond. For an individual, like I said, that's turned himself in, I can't understand why a judge would not have granted him bond. But I do understand. See, prosecutors, judges, police officers, they all get paid from the same people. So essentially, when you go to trial, when you go to court and you're facing the United States of America, because that's what it is, saying the state is just, okay, P. Diddy versus New York. But when the feds pick the case up, the United States of America versus P. Diddy, it's the whole United States. Judge, prosecutor, police, detectives, whoever, versus you and your attorneys. But really it's you, because your attorneys go home at the end of the day. They go home to their families at the end of the night. Y'all hit that like button for me. It takes 2 seconds. Hit that like button. Somebody just sent me a cash app. I appreciate it. $ KENZ, KENZ 1000. $ KENZ, KENZ 1000. I appreciate whoever sent that. That's the third one. Thank you. But R. Kelly was in the same situation. R. Kelly was messing with underage girls. No, he shouldn't have been doing it. Did he deserve jail time? Absolutely. You can't just go around messing with underage girls and then being cocky and obnoxious about it. But does that make him a sex trafficker? You live in California, you meet a young lady and she lives in I don't know, New York, and the two of you all hit it off and you pay for her to come and visit and you paying for dinner and you pay. Does that make you a sex trafficker? When the eyes of the feds, in the eyes of the feds, they can figure out a way to charge you with sex trafficking. So some people was like, well, why did you have 50 Cent in your thumbnail? I was disappointed in 50 Cent, man. Because the reason I was disappointed in 50 Cent is because you a street dude. My cash app is $ KENZ 1000. $ KENZ 1000. It's sneaky type of way of sex trafficking. Absolutely it is. And that's what I was speaking about earlier. Y'all hit that like button for me. You'll be sex trafficking and don't even know that you sex trafficking. That's what's so crazy. Then they come in and they say, okay, well, he had 3 AR-15s. So he used these machine guns as intimidation factors for the people that was at the freak, you know, the freak parties or whatever. So they wanted to leave, but P. Diddy said, oh no, if you leave, you know, and he would brandish the AR-15s. That's what the reports are saying. When you do things, when you partake in things, the people that are at the bottom of the totem pole, meaning that the people that the police really don't care about too much, you know, they just want to use you to get the big fish. They'll make themselves seem just so innocent. And the police know they BSing. But it doesn't matter because they want to use them to get the big fish. Police know good and well, the prosecution knows good and well that no one was forced to be at these freak parties, these freak offs. That's what they call them, the freak offs. No one had to be there. People came because they wanted to get their freak on. They wanted to get high for free, drink, the baddest, prettiest of women in a safe spot, and have nothing to worry about. Now, my thing is this. Did they know they were being recorded? I highly doubt it. So if you have all of these high, these celebrities, and you have all of these, these individuals that are caught on the video doing these things, are they guilty of sex trafficking because they were there? How can they be guilty of sex trafficking unless they knew that P Diddy was paying these individuals? But I guarantee you they're going to charge them with the exact same thing: conspiracy, operating a criminal enterprise, being part of a criminal enterprise. Tracy Stone, I caught that name. I appreciate that. I appreciate the Cash App. I didn't see the exact amount, but I seen Tracy Stone sent me a Cash App, and I definitely appreciate that. Thank you. $ KENZ 1000. $ KENZ 1000. That's my Cash App. Let's see, Jay. Hold on. Let's see what JVTV says. They tried to charge Josh Giddey, the NBA player, with sex trafficking. He was 21 and met a girl at a nightclub, and she told him that she was 21. She came across state lines, and they tried to charge him with that. I did. I appreciate that. I definitely got that Cash App. I appreciate you, man. Much love to you. JVTV says that she went on to be 17 years old. Crossing state lines is dangerous, man. Crossing state lines is dangerous because you don't know when you're committing a crime. It's like you have to do whatever you do within the confines of your own state. Because if I cross this line right here, I may be committing a serious federal offense that could get me a life sentence, and I didn't even know I did anything. Again, I'm not saying that P Diddy was innocent. I know this guy's a jerk, man. I watched Making of the Band, and he used to make people walk and get him cheesecake and, just get him all type of weird stuff. And it's just like, come on, P Diddy. These people are trying to be artists. They're trying to be, musicians or what have you. And you have them going to get you just the weirdest of things, trying to humiliate them. They're not trying to be assistants. They're trying to be rappers. But you have them doing all of these foolish things, and it's like, come on, P. Diddy. So I know that the guy's arrogant. I know that the guy's a jerk. I know that the guy is violent. He puts his hands on women. But does that make him a sex trafficker? That's the key here. Does that make P. Diddy a sex trafficker? Imagine if this was you. A lot of people celebrating and laughing and joking. P. Diddy, I told you they was going to get him. As though it's like a parade. There's nothing funny about taking down an individual for something that he probably didn't even do. These charges are totally unwarranted. They're totally false and exaggerated. I talked about that in y'all go check out my video that I dropped earlier today, maybe about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. Y'all go check it out, man. I address some of these issues. You take Jay Williams, for instance. Free Jay Williams, man. Free Jay Williams, let's live life. But when you take an individual like Jay Williams, he had a whole lot of love when people seen what initially happened. Y'all hit that like button for me. It takes 2 seconds. A lot of people showed Jay Williams love when he had his, he stumbled last year and caught the case that he caught. But out of the love, it was still some people that was like, oh, no, see, I know you can't trust these guys. They never change. I thought Jay Williams had changed his life. I thought Jay Williams is not a perfect man. He's a human being still. He still has trials and tribulations and demons like we all do. But the reports that came out, I read the reports, and the report said this. Reports that come out will make a person seem like a demon, man. Reports that come out will make an individual seem like they're the worst person in the world because people are often overcharged by the police. And come to find out, half of the things that's in the report, that person didn't even do. So we have to calm down. We got to allow things to really just, settle in and see what's what. Who are we to judge anybody? Some of you guys that go on them business trips, some of you businessmen, I know all about you. I used to ride it. I used to do Uber. I didn't actually do Uber because of my criminal record. I can't drive for Uber because of my criminal. I'm such a bad person. I can't drive for Uber. Never had anything violent, anything, but I couldn't drive for Uber. But my ex used to drive for Uber, so I would go with her on late nights. Wasn't supposed to, but hey, I'm not sending my boo out there, 11, 12 o'clock at night and she's by herself. Absolutely not. So I was in the car with her. We got reported a couple times, so she was unable to drive for Uber. But the point that I'm making is I would often run across businessmen. Now, this is not all businessmen. So ladies, if your husband goes out of town and on business, don't think that he's doing this. I'm just saying, but I did run across some. Hey, man, let me talk to you. They were looking for the partying gifts, the party drugs. They were looking for the escorts. Some people were looking for, the transgender escorts. So they would ask me, because obviously I'm from this town, as though I know, but I don't know you. Who do I look like giving you some information on where you can get this and where you get that? I don't know you. Now here it is, you from, Oklahoma somewhere. You in town, for 3 or 4 days for business, and you paying escorts. That is sex trafficking. So you know that morally you're not doing right. You know that you got a wife and kids at home. But you're not thinking, man, I'm breaking a federal law. I can go to penitentiary for 10 years off of this. 15 years. JVTV says, but his lawyers were able to prove that she lied about her age and found a loophole. Good. Good. And she needs to be charged. She needs to be held accountable. You 17 years old, man. Have y'all seen some of these younger girls out here? 17 years old and she looks 21. Now, at some point after conversating with her long enough, you're going to understand that, no, there's no way you're 21. But initially, upon meeting that person and you talking to them, like I said, at some point, you're like, hold on, man, you're not 21. You can't just be out here putting people at risk, lying about your age. If there's any sort of discrepancy, I need to see an ID. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. But if you're 21 years old yourself, perhaps your mind frame, you're not in that exact mind frame of asking for an ID, because she said that she's 21 and she looks 21. But when you speak to her long enough, you're going to understand she's not 21. What do y'all think about this Diddy situation? Do y'all feel like he should be in jail without an opportunity to get out on bond? Do y'all feel that he just simply karma, he's getting what he deserves? A lot of people think that he has something to do with the Biggie Smalls, the Tupac murders. They said Diddy been getting away with things for a lot of years, but now karma is finally catching up with him. Those are not my words. I believe that everybody should have an opportunity, and I'm biased though because I've been through the system a numerous amount of times. So I believe that everybody should have an opportunity, if you will, to prove their case and not be sitting in a jail cell. When I got hit with this same charge, but it was on a state level instead of federal, and thank God it didn't go federal. I've been indicted 2 separate times on criminal or organized crime. Criminal syndicate is actually what it's called. Operating a continual criminal enterprise on a continuous basis. But see, the language is so tricky because a continuous basis, one would think continuous basis, what is it, a couple years, 6, 7, 8 months, 9 months? No, continuous basis could mean a couple weeks. Just on a regular basis, 2 or 3 weeks, 2 or 3 days. It's considered a continuous basis. It's 13 people on my indictment. We're talking some counterfeit checks, counterfeit. I didn't even know half the people that was on my indictment, never dealt with them, never talked to them, never had any sort of involvement with this individual whatsoever. But what they did in my particular case, they took a crime that may have taken place, let's just say in January, then a crime took place in February, then a crime may have taken place in April, then June, then, August, and they combined them all together and said that we were operating this criminal organization, this criminal enterprise on a continuous basis, on a continual level. They got me at the top of the board, literally in court. They got me at the top of the board. They have 3 individuals underneath me, and they label them as recruiters. Their job was to go out, according to them. Their job was to go out, and when I say them, meaning law enforcement, the detectives. Their job was to go out, find individuals to cash these counterfeit checks, give them $50, $100, and we keep the majority of the money. That was what they laid out in court. My bond was $37,000. Everybody else was out on bond. They got charged with superseding indictment, which means they bypassed the whole district court proceeding and went straight to felony court because they had enough evidence to where we're just going to direct indict you. So they got all these individuals. We're in court. I'm looking around. I see maybe myself and 2 other individuals that are incarcerated. But all of these other individuals are showing up to court in street clothes. And I'm like, whoa, this is wild. I don't even know these people. Some of the people I knew, but majority of them I didn't. Everybody in the courtroom except for 2 people is pointing the finger at me. It's 13 defendants along with myself, so it's 14. Out of the 13 other individuals, 11 of them were pointing the finger at me. I don't even know these people. I'm going back and forth to court. I got so many different counts that they charging me with. I'm facing 20 to life. Criminal syndicate in the Commonwealth of Kentucky, organized crime, carries 10 to 20. But being that I was already a felon, that bumps me up to become a persistent felony offender. And now 20 to life is what I'm facing for some counterfeit white collar crimes. You got people on American greed. You got people that beat elderly people out of their last money to where they have to sell their homes. They lose their homes. They end up in a nursing home or $7 million, $8 million, $12 million, and they get 7 years. In my case, it was a few $100,000. It was a few $100,000. But it's not like that's a outstanding amount of money compared to, the major scheme of things, if you will. What's my cash app? $KENZ, KENZ 1000. $KENZ 1000. Y'all hit that like button. There's a whole lot of new people in the building. It takes 2 seconds, man. Hit that like button for me. And so I'm going back and forth to court, and I can't understand why this judge won't lower my bond. It's 37 G's. 37,000 full cash, no 10%. In a lot of places, if your bond is 37,000, it really means 3,700, 10%. We don't have bail bondsmen here or anything. So if your bond is 37,000, they want 37,000. They wouldn't give me a property bond or anything. See, a property bond is at the discretion of the judge. You can't just bring your deed to your house or whatever. Then you got to have enough equity into the house, double the amount of equity of what the bond was, which we had. Wouldn't have been any problem. Problem is, they wouldn't give me a property bond, and they wouldn't give me anything less than 37,000. I didn't have 37,000. Who has just 37,000 laying around? Certain people do, yeah, but I wasn't one of those individuals. At one point I did. At several points I did, but this time I didn't have it. They took 6,500 off of me when they caught me. And so I'm going back and forth to court. As I'm going back and forth to court, what's up, R.I.P. Big 4L? I believe that's what it is. Salute to you, bro. Salute to you. And so, yeah, I agree with you, JVTV. I ain't really care for Diddy after that whole Shine situation because P Diddy went and got Johnny Cochran for himself, but he got Shine a different attorney, and Shine gets convicted, but P Diddy walks, but yet Shine was just trying to protect P Diddy. But nevertheless, Jacarl Moore, Diddy finna sing like a bird? Absolutely is. Who's coming to his rescue? Who's helping him in these times of need? Absolutely he's gonna sing. You bet your bottom dollar. But at any rate, I'm going to court. Every time I go to court, my court date at least 6 weeks off. At least 6 weeks apart. I go to court one day, finally, I've been locked up about 7 months. Fighting the case, I've been in the county jail 7 months. Everybody else is out. Judge says, you know what, Mr. KENZ, I'm feeling pretty good today. You seem like a reasonable, polite young man, or whatever he said. So he looks down at his paperwork. He's looking at my bond. My attorney, he done charged me $6,500. That's exactly what he charged me. He's paid in full. Well, Your Honor, if we could just get the bond down from $37,000 to $10,000, Mr. KENZ can make bond today. I'll be darned. The prosecutor stands up. He stood up. He objected every single time that I went to court. Your Honor, the Commonwealth of Kentucky strongly objects to any sort of bond reduction for Mr. KENZ based on the fact that he has proven that he can raise, is what he said, raise a substantial amount of money in a short period of time. So therefore, we feel as though he's a flight risk. KENZ don't have a passport. KENZ don't have any of those things. I ain't never missed court. I've never missed a court date in my prior cases. I'm a flight risk. It was crazy because I had only heard people say he's a flight risk on TV, like Law and Order. Dun, 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 dun. Like, but I've never heard that in real life. That's the first time in real life that I've heard, and it happened to be myself. He is a flight risk. Over some checks, prosecution said that I'm a flight risk. The judge is buying it every single time. My lawyer is to the point to where he almost gets arrested because he's like, Your Honor, this is utterly ridiculous. First of all, he never should have been charged with operating a criminal enterprise. There's not even a name for this enterprise. There's no organization. I would argue that this enterprise is more unorganized than anything else. I'm thinking I'm about to get some action that day. I'll tell you what, Mr. KENZ, he's looking down at the paper. He's reading through the paperwork. Prosecution, they strongly objecting to me getting any sort of bond reduction. They know I can't make $37,000 full cash. Judge reduces my bond. When he says, I tell you what I'm going to do, I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm trying to get it down to 10. He might not do 10, but if I can get, if he does 15, 16, 17, I might be able to. 37, no. Y'all hit that like button. 37, no. The judge lowers my bond to $25,000. $25,000 he lowers my bond from $37,000 to $25,000. In my eyes, it's like you might as well just kept it at $37,000 because if I don't got 37, I don't got 25. We specifically asked for a $10,000 bond. That's what I could make. That day, I would have been out of there 10 G's. So I go back to the jail. I'm sitting there. I don't even know. About a week later, my ex, she's like, don't you say nothing. I'm not supposed to say nothing. Don't you say nothing. I'm like, what are you talking about, man? I'm in jail. I don't feel like playing these games right now. What are you talking about? Your mom's gonna get you out on bond. What? Yeah, your mom's gonna get you out on bond. My mom's gonna get me out on $25,000. Yeah, she's getting the money rearranged, whatever she has to do. People with money, they don't just have it sitting in a checking account. They got to get it out of the 401k or the mutual funds or the money market account or stocks, bonds, CDs. I don't know. Wherever the money was at, she had to do some things, and it was gonna take about a week for her to get me out. cashier's check. That's what they wanted. Sure enough, about a week later goes by or whatever. She comes and gets me out on bond. $25,000, my mom. And it was just one of those things to where she was nervous because the people had her so apprehensive about it. If I miss court, if he's late for court, if the courts can revoke the bond and take the bond. And I'm like, Mom, I'm not gonna miss court. I'm not gonna do anything like that. But they took me through all of that red tape just to get out on bond. So when I get out on bond, now my attorney sees this $25,000 full cash that was put up. I guess he thought I was boo-boo the fool. Yeah, you got a regular fool and you got boo-boo the fool. He thought I was boo-boo the fool. Well, if we're gonna take this thing to trial, I'm gonna need another $6,500 because I'm fully intending on going to trial. My offer's 36 years. Yeah, where I sign at? 36 years? Oh, it's a hell of a deal. Where do I sign at? I'm going to trial with it. Hold on, John. You saying that I owe you another $6,500, but we just gave you $6,500, and you said that we were paid in full. Yeah, but they didn't include trial. Always, let me explain something to you all. Hopefully you're never in a situation where you need an attorney. But if you do, they crooks, man. Attorneys are crooks. Maybe not every attorney, but a lot of attorneys are crooks. Get it in writing, get a receipt, get it fully printed out, written out, whatever, of what they're charging you and what the total price is going to be. Because they will charge you an amount and say, yeah, we're going to charge you $5,000. And you thinking, okay, 5 G's, you pay the $5,000 or whatever. You think you paid in full. You decide that you want to go to trial. Well, I'm gonna need another $5,000. Oh, but you didn't say that initially. I can understand you charging it, but you didn't say that initially. You done already gave the attorney $5,000. So if you don't pay the additional 5 or 10, whatever they're charging you, and this is on some low level charges. We're not talking about federal or murder or anything like that. We just talking about some basic charges. Now I just gave you $5,000. So anytime you get an attorney, get it in writing and make sure that it's drawn out specifically. This $5,000 that I'm paying, what is this for? For you to get me a plea deal or a dismissal, or is this all the way through? Is this for everything? No matter if I go to trial, no matter what, and get that in writing. So now that I'm out, John can't do me the way that he was doing me when I was in the county jail. When I was in the county jail, he wasn't answering my phone calls. He wasn't coming to see me. I'm finding out new information that I need to talk to him about. And he's not coming to see me. I'm calling him when I'm out. John, what's up, man? This is KENZ. Call me back. About a week and a half passes. Still no response. John, it's the last time I'm gonna call you, man. Don't make me come to your office, man. I shouldn't even have said this. Don't make me come to your, I ain't threatening him or anything. Don't make me come to your office, just the kind of tone. You need to call me back ASAP, or I'm gonna be down there first thing in the morning. I guess he heard in my voice, man, and I gave you this bread. You gonna give me my $6,500 back, or you gonna represent me like you were hired to do? I end up meeting up with John. I got a motion. Now, when I say I got a motion, meaning that a lot of times when you get charged with something, you put your life in the hands of an attorney, not me. Not me. I'm in the law library when I'm locked up. I'm in the law library on the street. I'm looking for any sort of loopholes or anything that I can do to get you all to hit that like button. It takes 2 seconds. But I'm looking for anything that I can possibly find to potentially get me out of this situation. I know that I wasn't operating a continual criminal enterprise. It was nothing like that. It was more so people getting at me, hey, I need to make some money, man. Hey, I got such and such person that she needs a couple checks or whatever. Now she's blowing my phone up. She wants to make some money. That's more what it was about. And again, I've already served time for all and been convicted for everything that I'm speaking of. And so, when, I'm dealing with John or whatever, and him and I, we going back and forth on the street. We come to an understanding. This is what it is. I'm not giving you no more money. No more. This is what we agreed to. And I'm not giving you no more bread. As I mentioned, I come with emotion. I find emotion, a loophole, a discrepancy in the case. The case says that 5 or more people that are operating on a continuous basis are guilty of organized crime. However, it's only certain charges, only certain offenses. Theft, anything violent, robberies, gambling, prostitution. It was very specific as far as the underlying offenses that would allow you to be charged with criminal, organized crime, rather. Counterfeiting wasn't one of them. I'm telling John, like, John, it doesn't say counterfeiting anywhere. Well, the prosecution argued, well, Your Honor, we know what the statute meant. The statute meant any sort of crime. Yeah, but Your Honor, it doesn't specifically say counterfeit. It has every single crime in the specifics, but not counterfeit. John didn't think it was going to work initially. He didn't want to file the motion for me. I said, I'll tell you what, John. After so many times, I said, listen, John, y'all hit that like button. I said, I'll tell you what, John. This is what we going to do, man. You seem to I understand that you're the attorney. I understand that you've been in law school, but this is my life. So I care way more about my life than you do. So if you don't file this motion, I'm going to file a handwritten motion to the courts. Lawyers hate that because it's an embarrassment to them. I'm going to file a handwritten motion to the courts and asking for a dismissal based on the fact that I don't even fit the statute to be charged with organized crime. It doesn't fit the statute. Well, let me see what I can do. Let me see what I can do. So John starts to show the motion around, you know, to different attorneys that are accustomed to going to trial. And he calls me one day and come to my office. I go down to his office. And when I go down to his office, he's like, I think that you might have been right. I think that we may get some, you know, some play. He didn't say play, but that's what I'm saying. I'm paraphrasing. I think that we may get some play with this motion here. As I mentioned, he had already consulted, you know, 2 or 3 different attorneys. We go to court. The motion is filed. The judge is so perplexed. He don't even know really what to do. He can't even make a ruling that day. He has us come back like a week later. It's presented. We ended up coming back I want to say maybe about 8 or 9 days later. Although the judge is very, very reluctant, he grants the motion. The organized crime goes away. The criminal syndicate charge goes away. Now, I still have underlying charges that I'm facing, but that 20 to life is off the table at this point. So I'm still facing 20, but I'll never get 20 just for, you know, they couldn't really prove that I did anything. So now the 36-year offer goes all the way down to they're offering me like 13 years now. I'm not taking nothing. Why would I take 13 years? I'm not taking nothing. Y'all didn't catch me with anything. You have these individuals saying this and saying that. A pair of lips can and will say anything. They got caught up. I'm not taking nothing. And I'm out on bond at this point. 13 years is the offer. I still got backup time because I'm on parole. I was, you know, I was a knucklehead. I was always doing something. So I'm on parole. So if I take 13 years, if I have already 11 years on parole, if I take 13, it'll make me have 24 years. No, I'm not taking it. I'm not doing anything. We go back and forth. I appreciate that, JVTV. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate the donation, man. Shout out to JVTV for the super chat or the super thanks. The Cash App is $KENZ 1000. KENZ 1000. Thanks a lot, bro. I definitely appreciate that. And so, as I was saying, I'm prepared to go to trial. Prosecution knew that I was going to go to trial. They knew that they were in a situation where it's like, man, I appreciate that every bit helps. Absolutely. Absolutely. It gets closer and closer. I'm going to different court dates or what have you. So finally the judge is like, hey, we're not going to keep going back and forth. Either we're going to, there has to be a resolution to this case. At this point, I done been out I did 8 months. Then I got out. I had been out for another 8 months. So this case had been going on for a while. We set a trial date. They moved the trial date like it's 5 months off. So in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, even if I take a plea deal, I still got 5 more months to be out. Time kept going and going. We was getting closer and closer to trial. 13 years pretty much stayed 13 years. They weren't really coming down. I'm not taking 13 years. The most a jury, I guess they think I'm stupid. The most a jury can give me, I don't care how many counts they convict me of, the most a jury can give me is 20. I do 4 years, have an opportunity to go for parole after doing 20% of my time. Worst case scenario, why would I take 13 years? We get closer and closer. We get closer and closer to the point to where it was about a week before trial. My lawyer calls me, hey, come see me. Come and see me. I come and see him. They're offering you 3 years. 3 years? They're offering you three years, and I think that you should take this offer. I'm reluctant because when he calls me and I go see him, it's like a Tuesday. I have to be in court on Friday. Friday is the final day. It's the final status hearing. That's what they call it here. If we decide to proceed with trial, the trial was scheduled to begin the following week, like on that Tuesday. There was a 3-day trial set up. I'm telling him, like, man, you got to give me some time to think about this. 3 years. So the time comes, I go to court Friday. I'm in the little room talking to my lawyer before we go before the judge. I'm telling him, like, I don't want to take 3 years. They started off at 36. Then they went to 13. Then they went to 3. They don't have nothing. Let's go to trial, man. Let's go to trial. He's talking to the prosecutor. He's going back in. They're trying to get me a misdemeanor. I say, look, I'll take a misdemeanor. I'll serve 12 months in the county jail, which I didn't want to. But I'd rather do that because if I go back on a parole violation with a new charge, the parole board's going to give me at bare minimum probably 12 months, 15 months. And then come back and there's no guarantee that I will get out. But if I do 12 months in the county, I had already done 8 months in the county. You see what I'm saying? So that goes towards the 12 months that I would have received. Do 4 more months and I'm out. Prosecution wasn't buying that. They wasn't going for that. I'm going to trial, man. I don't know if you should do this. John, I'm going to trial, man. I don't think they never caught me with anything. Possession is 9/10 of the law. If you never caught me with anything, how are you going to charge me with possessing something that I never was caught with? See, I'm persistent. I'm kind of hard-headed when it comes, especially about my life. Monday comes. Again, I'm supposed to go to trial that Tuesday. Monday comes. John calls me up. Got bad news, man. What? What do you mean you got bad news? The prosecution said if you don't take this 3 years, they're going to go back, dismiss the entire case, and re-indict you the correct way. What? How they going to do that? They're going to go back and re-indict you the correct way. I'm like, no way. I'm like, can they do that? I don't know. The judge, it depends on the judge. It depends on if the judge is going to accept that motion. Well, let's find out if the judge will accept it. We go before the judge. He's basically telling the judge what's going on or what have you. You can tell that the judge is agreeing with the prosecution. Tell him I'll take a year, man. Really, there's no difference between a year and 3 years, to be honest, because I'm on parole. So I'm not going to do any more time opposed to taking a year versus 3 years. I got 1 day to decide I'm going to trial the next day. I end up having to take the 3-year sentence on top of the, I think, 11 that I already had. So it made me have a 14-year sentence. And on that 3-year sentence, they made me do damn near 3 years on that sentence before I got back out. So the point that I'm making is the prosecution has the power to do anything that they want to do. And the judge is typically going to ride with it. You can imagine that Diddy has the most powerful lawyers that are available. And they couldn't even get him a bond. You look at the rapper Young Thug. If you're not familiar with him, you all can Google Young Thug. He's been in the county jail for 2.5 years fighting a case in protective custody in a cell 23 hours a day. The case is a spectacle. He's clearly going to beat this case. Clearly. But if he gets a hung jury, guess what? They can go back and retry him all over again. The whole process starts over. Locked up, no bond. Has to pay his attorney whatever millions that he paid him the first time. Do it all over again. Or if he's acquitted of the case, he'll leave the courtroom thinking that it's all good and everything's sweet and the feds will be waiting on him. Now the feds is going to indict him. Not saying that that will happen, but it's a possibility. The prosecution just has too much power, man. And then when they lock people up and people do 25, 30 years and they get out or whatever because they were wrongfully convicted, guess what the prosecution says? They don't even apologize. Guess what they say? Oh, the system's not perfect. It's just a shame, man. You got people like R. Kelly. Was he wrong? Yeah. Should he get 30 years in the feds? No. P. Diddy, they trying to give him a life sentence. Was he wrong putting his hands on women? Yes. Should he get a life sentence? No. Bill Cosby, 3 years that he did, he had a 10-year sentence. Should he have gotten that? No. Michael Vick. All of these guys, some of these guys were doing wrong. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting here saying because they were celebrities but the amount of time is just like they want blood. They want serious blood, man. Y'all locking people up, man, when it's not even necessary. They're saying P. Diddy's a threat to society. A threat to society? Nah, I like my glasses at night. I'm gonna wear my glasses at night. That's what I do. You know what I mean? I take them out for a second. But the light that gets in my eyes or what have you, I like my glasses on at night. It don't matter if it's dark. Don't matter if it's sunny outside. That's what I do at Real KENZ TV. You feel me? Free Diddy till it's backwards. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I say that wholeheartedly. Free Diddy. Do not free Diddy. Everybody has a right to their opinion. I respect you. I don't agree with it, but I respect your opinion. How would you like to be sitting in a county jail in a hole all day long, the size of your bathroom, all day long, and you ain't even been convicted of anything? Yeah, we seen the video. He's never gonna get a free trial, though. A fair trial. I said a free. He's never gonna get a fair trial. Everybody's seen the video. The opinion of Diddy's already tainted because he beat the brakes off of Cassie. And that was wrong of him. That was definitely wrong. But that doesn't have anything to do with sex trafficking. Convict him of beating women. Convict him of assaulting a young lady like that. Cool. I have no problem with that. He deserves that. You can't be just putting your hands on people, man. If I seen somebody put their hands on my daughter like that, man, boy, won't be no more Real KENZ. You can bet your bottom dollar. But at the same time, if you're going to continuously go back to this individual and keep going back, at some point it's on you. Stupid is as stupid does. At some point it's on you, man. 15 years that they were together, and she continuously went back. Again, she definitely didn't deserve that. But I just believe that was their relationship. I believe she probably busted him up a couple times. I believe that she was the type of individual that, she wanted that. I believe that she was the type of individual that, because I've heard women say it. And I think that they're absolutely ridiculous for saying it. But I have heard women say, if a man don't put his hands on me, he don't care about me. And I think Cassie was that type of individual. You got to be a fool to say that if a man don't put his hands on you, he don't care about it. That's the dumbest thing that I've ever in life heard. But you do, unfortunately, have some women that think that way. Stupid, 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 stupid. And I'm a very non-judgmental individual. But if I hear a woman say, if a man don't put his hands on me, he don't care about me, you're stupid. Respectfully. But I do believe that was just the sort of situation and the relationship that they had. She probably would whoop his, he sleeps. She'd probably do some things to him or run up behind him and hit him. And they just, Ike Turner and Tina, it's just what they did. This particular incident just happened to be caught on video, man. Y'all hit that like button for me, man. It only takes 2 seconds to hit the like button. Goodness gracious. Read some of these bogus comments. Free Melly Mel. Are you in a gang? Am I in a gang? Are you in a gang? What's up, James? How about the song, I wear my sunglasses at night? See, people always, I'm going to tell you, people want to come to your channel. Your channel and tell you how you should present yourself. What you should be wearing and what you shouldn't be wearing. If the individuals don't like me wearing sunglasses, guess what? Just start you a YouTube channel and you don't wear sunglasses at night. It's not that difficult. This is just part of my persona. This is just part of who I am. When I don't wear sunglasses, guess what people say? Dang, KENZ, where the sunglasses at, man? We so used to seeing you in the sunglasses. I just like glasses. I mean, this light is kind of, silly or what have you. So let me be cool. Respectfully. I'm going to be on there for a little bit longer so y'all can ask me whatever you want to ask me. So the hecting tight, give them a free trial and they'll still go down. Why do you say that? That's not how the law works. Well, how does the law work? Hecting tight, I believe it's how does the law work? I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying, because I don't know everything. You know what I mean? And you speculate randomly on live. How am I speculating? I'm going off what the prosecutor said. The federal prosecutor, essentially, I'm just repeating all the things that he said. So how am I speculating? I'm giving an opinion. There's a difference between speculating and giving my opinion. In my opinion, he was overcharged. In my opinion, this is what I think. Maybe he did do it. I don't know. But I'm just saying, in my opinion, I feel as though it's a little harsh. It's a lot harsh. A lot harsh. So I don't know what you're talking about that I'm randomly speculating on live. Earthquake, what it do? The Mikester, Free Diddy, absolutely. I'm 9 years old. I just turned 10. I love your glasses. You shouldn't be on my channel. DJ, facts. Sun never goes down on a cool guy. I appreciate you, man. Hecting Tight TV says because you think she was asking for it, and that makes it okay. So that just goes to show you a weirdo. That just goes to show that Hecting Tight is a straight weirdo. Because I never said that she was asking for it. What I did say is I gave an example of how some women feel as though if you don't put your hands on her, you don't care about her. I never said that was her situation. But they obviously had a tumultuous, a violent sort of relationship because she kept coming back for 15 years. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that she asked for it. But I am saying it couldn't have been too bad in her mind, which it was too bad. But in her mind, it couldn't have been too bad because why would you continuously, if somebody is doing something to you, if somebody is stealing from you every night you go to sleep and they going in your wallet and they taking money out of your wallet or taking your card and you hide it or whatever and they find it, after a certain amount of time, you're going to get tired of that, right? And it's like, okay, I got to get rid of this person. I can't continue to be with this person. But you continue to do the same thing for 15 years And then it's like, oh man, he did this and she did that. But you chose to continue to be with this individual. So I don't understand quite what you're talking about when you say that I'm basically saying that she asked for it. She didn't ask for it, but she didn't leave either. Weirdos, man. Absolutely, James. You know what I'm saying? Like the blade pusher says, man. It's his network. And you can do what you want to do on your network. And I'm not even the type of individual that goes through that. As far as my channel, I do what I want to do. But people really, really do try to tell you what you can and what you can't do on your channel. Now, I take the advice of people because, you know, you have to listen to people and you have to understand that, okay, it's about the people. You can be, in your mind, the coolest individual in the world, but it's what the people think and what the people want. So I definitely do listen to the people. Jameson, what it do? Solo says Dante was finna smoke you. That's my dog. Dante's my dog. You said Hector TV Tight says you said you think she deserved it, and that's what I'm talking about. For you all that have been watching me, who said that I said, well, when did I say rather that Cassie deserved it? Please, I'll wait. Please tell me, when did I say that she deserved it? I said no man should ever in life put their hands on a woman. So when did I say that she deserved it? See, that's why things happen and people get indicted and people, because word of mouth. People just say anything. Hearsay. I never said anything like that. But you're gonna say, hey, Real KENZ said that Cassie, she deserved to be beat like a man by P Diddy. Never said anything like that. Matter of fact, I'm about to start ignoring you for real. Because you just making up stuff. The self-proclaimed wise man. I'll ask you a question then. Shoot. DJ, 90% cases win for them. Absolutely. It does. It does. It does. Are you particularly fond of colored folks? I'm particularly fond of your mother. That's who I'm particularly fond of, your mother. Ask me about no colored folks. 2 a.m. threats. I do not know what to do with myself anymore. I just want to be able to be with you and you can be with me. I just don't know what. It's gay in a motherfucker, man. Yeah, weirdos, man. Whole lot of weirdos, man. That's funny. I have no clue what you were thinking about. You should definitely do that if it helps you get a job. I don't even know what the hell you even talking about. It's still the person breaking the law. Absolutely, he's breaking the law. Never said that he wasn't breaking the law, man. Okay, I'm weird. Well, quit watching my channel then. If I'm weird, why are you watching me? You watching me. I'm not watching you. So why are you watching me? Texas, Alabama, boy, 205 is in the building. What's good? How your cousin doing? How your people's doing, man? You know what I mean? I'm gonna ask you that every time, man. How's he doing? Terry Brown's a whole lot of weirdos on here, man. I just laugh at them. I know they don't have nothing better to do. Fake accounts, bots. You know what I'm saying? I laugh at that. Don't do me nothing. Carl T says if the baby oil doesn't fit, you must have quit. It was a whole lot of baby oil. I don't I don't understand all the baby oil, man. I guess maybe it was just one of those sort of freak offs that just everybody had to get oil. I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know. And I don't want to know. But they did seize a whole lot of baby oil. But when you think about it, hey, when you think about it, like Whack 100 said, he said, since when did having baby oil become illegal? You see what I'm saying? Everybody look, oh, he had baby oil. He must be guilty because of all the baby oil. He was having freak off parties. Me personally, I ain't putting no baby. I don't want no baby oil all over me, man. But hey, maybe that was a requirement to be at this freak off. You had to be oiled up or whatever. I don't know. But having baby oil is definitely not illegal. It's a full moon tonight, is it? Let me look around. I don't know. I'm enjoying responding to these comments. You enjoying or following the YB situation? The YB situation? Who the hell is YB? Appreciate you, bro. Cuzzo in lockup got caught with the sword of honor and an iPhone. It's not good, bro. Sword of honor, okay, but the phone, I don't know, man. Where I'm from, man, 6 months automatically in the hole, man. You get caught with the phone, the fizz on. How much time does he have again? I remember you told me. I just don't remember off the top of my head. I believe you told me he got like 20 years, 25 years, something like that, and he was young, 17. Get back with me, let me know, man. How much time does he have, man? Yolanda Griffins, good evening. How you doing? How you doing? My Wendy Williams voice. How you doing? Appreciate you chiming in. Just having fun with the, some of the people that are viewing the channel, viewing the videos, what have you. The live, having fun. TLC, Genetic Show. We all we got. TLC Genetics, we all we got. Was it over 1,000 bottles of baby oil? For some reason, I had 100 in my mind. Diddy got indicted because they raided his house and they found over 1,000 bottles of baby oil. Oh my goodness. 1,000 bottles of baby oil. Think about baby oil. It takes me, if I get a bottle of baby oil, which I don't use baby oil, but now I had some in the penitentiary. Yeah, I was going to throw some in that hot pot and reintroduce myself. Now, when I say throw it in that hot pot, it's boiling water and I was going to throw it in somebody's face. I didn't, but I was about to. I wasn't supposed to have baby oil, but I snuck it in. But that was one bottle. It would take me probably a whole year and a half to go through one bottle of baby oil. 1,000 bottles. God damn, Diddy. That's crazy. Cash App is $1,000. I'm sorry, $KENZ, KENZ 1,000. $KENZ 1,000. See, y'all got to understand. Super chat, super thanks. A lot of people don't even answer questions unless you show them some love. Me, but to put it out there, it is out there. Okay, Texas, Alabama too. I knew it was 20 or 25 and he was only 17. And they do 85% of their time, right? Or like no parole. I know that it was something like that. It was like no parole. I hate to see that, man, because he's probably looking at it like, I'm only 17, man. I got 25 years. Best case scenario, man, I do 20 of the 25 and get out when I'm 37. You can't really see 37 when you're 17. So a lot of times when you come in the prison system, your first, and you got to do 20, 21, 22 years, your first 12, 13, 15 years, you wilding out. You batty, and ratty. You doing whatever because it's like, shoot, man, I ain't going home no time soon. But then once you knock out 15 years and you only 32, and it's like, man, I got an opportunity to go home. real soon. I got an opportunity to make parole. I got an opportunity to get out on good time or whatever the scenario may be. So let me start to straighten up. But you don't have to wait until 15 years in. Start to straighten up now because you want to become a better person just all around. I understand. Trust me, I understand. I had phones in prison. Got caught with phones in prison. Or in jails, rather. Never in prison. You want a phone. You want to be able to call your family. You want to be able to talk to your kids or your girl or your loved ones. Your mental is, you might not have money on. Hopefully, you all looking out for him, sending him a couple of dollars. I know times is tough, times is rough, so I'm not trying to put any pressure on anybody, but I understand. But when you're in prison, man, you need that support. You need those letters. They're not even doing visits in Kentucky at this point. You might get a visit over the tablet, but in Kentucky, they're not even really doing visits. So, or certain places are not. And, commissary is high. So, y'all hit that like button for me. So, it's just one of those things to where it's just like, man, I ain't got nothing else to lose. Ain't nobody really looking out for me. Ain't nobody, so I'm going to go and do this. It's so easy to really get involved in having a phone in prison because you wanted social media. He's 17. I'm not justifying it, but I'm just saying it's how a 17-year-old mind think. He want to get on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, all that, and 9 times out of 10, you end up telling on your own self, man. Jackie Harvard, I like your YouTube channel. Keep up the good work. I appreciate you. I definitely appreciate it. Thank you. It was for show. TLC Genetics show. It was for show. Over 1,000 bottles. George Washington. What do you think Hunter Biden is going to get? Let me ask you, because I haven't really followed that. I'm familiar. Hunter Biden, is he in custody? Or is he out on bond? Let me know, George Washington, because I don't know. I believe that he's out, but I'm not 100% sure. Let me know what you think. Whatever he gets, he's going to be pardoned. Whatever he gets. See, I was telling somebody just a few days ago, the president only has the power to pardon federal inmates. Just think if Trump gets in. Just think if Trump gets in. P Diddy does, a few years. He'll probably pardon him. Yeah. He has the money, the influence to, because Trump, if he gets in, when he goes out of office, he's going out with a bang like he did last time. Just think if Donald Trump gets in, I don't really do too much politics, but just think if Donald Trump gets into office and P Diddy is convicted. I guarantee you he'll give him a pardon. Probably give R. Kelly a pardon, but R. Kelly, he gonna beat that case anyway. I can see it now. Donald Trump pardons P. Diddy. Yeah, he's going to have to sit down for a few years. But I definitely could see something like that happening if he even gets convicted. I don't even think he's going to get convicted. Because when you get, like I said, when you get overcharged, man, all of that comes out. Man, P. Diddy got them real lawyers. You know what I mean? He got them real lawyers, like, no disrespect. Like, P. Diddy got those Jewish lawyers, man. And absolutely no disrespect whatsoever. He got them real attorneys, man. You're not just dealing with some individuals that are your average attorneys. And there's a bunch of them on the case. P. Diddy's attorneys is probably going to cost him $100 million, but he got it. I think P. Diddy's going to jail. And if he goes to jail, it's not going to be anything that's, he might get a few years, 5-6 years, something like that, and he's probably going to serve that. Time served for the time that he's already been sitting in the county jail. Got too much money, man. And the evidence, don't get me wrong, rich people do go to jail. Don't get me wrong. But there ain't no evidence, man. Ain't no hellified evidence. There's an old saying, man, that you can indict a ham sandwich. An indictment don't mean nothing. An indictment means that a crime potentially took place. So when it's presented to the grand jury, I've been before the grand jury before. A grand jury is just a group of normal individuals that meet up and they call them the grand jury. They hear the case and they decide. They don't decide if you're guilty or if you're not guilty. They decide based upon what's been presented to us, which is one-sided. The defense typically is not going to have his client testify at the grand jury. So typically it's the prosecution. She's gonna, or he The prosecutor is going to present the evidence to the grand jury. And if they come back with an indictment, that just means that a crime potentially took place. Everybody seems to think, oh man, he was indicted by the grand jury. That doesn't mean, plugging my charge up, y'all. It doesn't mean that he's guilty. It just means that maybe a crime did take place. That's all that means, to be indicted by the grand jury. But a lot of people, they're just unaware. They don't understand it. I think P Diddy, man, he might need to sit down for these few years. These 2.5, 3 years. And maybe a judge will have a change of mind as time goes on. And maybe he will get a bond at some point. But P Diddy probably need to sit down for a little bit. All the things that he's done, for what he did to Cassie and all the people that he's hurt. Maybe these couple years, 2.5, 3 years that he's going to sit down, waiting to go to trial. It's good for him. But not a life sentence. Like, people use life sentence as a no, that's deep. Life sentence? Come on now. The rest of yours? Diddy did what to kids? Come on, man. We don't even talk like that on this channel, bro. We don't do it. It's good that you educated yourself while you were sitting there. What do you mean, George Washington? Further enlighten me. Oh, and I cannot believe this. I am slipping. I'm tripping. I cannot believe this. Gene Deal. Are y'all familiar with Gene Deal? Jump in the comments. For you all that's, y'all hit the like button for me. Please, just hit the like button. That's all I'm asking. Just hit the like button for me. How many of y'all familiar with Gene Deal? If you're not familiar with Gene Deal, he was a former parole officer in New York. And I believe he said he was a parole officer for like 27 years. And he was P Diddy's security bodyguard. Absolutely, TLC genetic show. Former bodyguard, one of the bodyguards for P Diddy, Gene Deal. Let me tell you about this character. And I actually enjoyed Gene Deal watching this show, to be honest. But Gene Deal has made, I'm not going to necessarily say he's rich, but he's made a lot of money off the back of P Diddy. All he does is talk about P Diddy. P Diddy this, P Diddy that. Okay, I catch you, George. Why? I just want to understand fully I stayed in the law books, man. Because I can't put my life in the hands of just an attorney and not know. I stayed in them law books. I learned different statutes, codes. I learned cases, how to shepherdize cases, which means break cases down. Oftentimes, man, when you see inmates, and I'm going to get back to Gene Deal. When you see inmates that get out on either early release, parole, or they have their sentences overturned, a lot of times they've done it themselves. Guys that stay in the law library 8, 9, 10 hours a day, every day in prison, man. Learning, because I'm not going to say this like as though it's easy. You find a case that's very, very similar to yours. You see what I'm saying? And you use that as your case law, your case study. Okay, Johnson versus the Commonwealth in 1974. Very similar case, just like mine. This case went this way. So based on this case going this way, my case should go this way just as well. So you definitely got to educate yourself, man. You can't be ignorant. And people give you 100 years and you gonna play basketball, play chess, poker all day. Nah, man, you better be in that law library, man, learning something so you can potentially go home to your family. So absolutely, I educated myself. But getting back to this free Puffy, absolutely, Kevin. Absolutely. What's up, Jeremy? Joining late. I'm in here. It's all good, man. Better late than never. I was just about to get into this whole Gene Deal ordeal. Former bodyguard for P Diddy that was upset at P Diddy allegedly supposedly because P Diddy wouldn't pay for another funeral. Just like I'm gonna be upset if y'all don't continue to hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. It takes 2 seconds. It helps to get my channel out there, the algorithm. It helps YouTube really push my videos, the comments, all of that. YouTube looks at all of these things respectfully. Cash App, $ KENZ 1000, $ KENZ 1000, super chat, super thanks, all of that's in full effect this evening. So Gene Deal's done all these interviews, and it's P Diddy this, P Diddy that. He has over 100 and something thousand subscribers on his YouTube channel, almost 200,000. He's doing only paid interviews. He's really, really feeling himself. He done wrote a book, all of these things off the back of P Diddy. But I noticed today that he was a lot more humble. I watched his live. He wasn't that same cocky Gene Deal. The federal prosecutor said potentially more charges will come and more people will be charged. Possibility, rather. He didn't say definitely, he said possibility. Because he couldn't have done all of these things on his own. So that means that he had culprits. He had other individuals. Thank you. Y'all keep hitting that like button. I appreciate that. So he had other individuals that was helping him along the way while he was operating this criminal enterprise. Well, Gene Deal has told story after story after story about how he's witnessed P. Diddy break a woman's nose, break a woman's arm, beat a woman, threaten a woman, kick and beat a woman underneath the car. But yet, he continued to be employed by Bad Boy Records. He continued to work for P. Diddy. Never did anything to stop these horrific, violent acts against women, but you continue to be on the payroll. Now P. Diddy, allegedly, when he won't pay for your people's funeral or whatever, you mad at him. So now you go on a campaign to smear his name. You hear the federal prosecutor today talk about other individuals may be charged. Now you want to go back and, well, hold on, P. Diddy shouldn't have been charged with this because the gun was broken down and different parts was in different parts of the room. And I never said this, I never said that. I said that when I seen P. Diddy doing these things, I tried to stop him. And the last time that I seen him do it, it was the last straw, and I never came back again. No, big boy, you 6'6", 6'7", 300 pounds like you talk about. Keep it real. Keep it 100. That's not what you've been saying. For months, you've been going on. I don't even know the name of the platform, but it's a large platform. And they get millions and millions of views. They kick you a few $1,000s to get you to come on and look stupid. Probably talk your way right into an indictment. But now it's different. now it's different. Now it's, oh, no, I didn't say that. Yes, you did say that. Yes, you did say that. Y'all continue to hit that like button. I appreciate that. I see the likes going up. I appreciate that. I don't want anybody to be charged unless you've done something to where you should be charged. And even at that, I'm biased. I'm biased. But Gene Deal, don't be surprised if he don't find himself in a federal indictment. Now, they don't really want Gene Deal or anybody like Gene Deal. They want Diddy. So they'll just use a Gene Deal or an individual that's on the lower end of the spectrum, totem pole, if you will, to get a P. Diddy. Okay, we're going to drop the charges against you, convict you of a misdemeanor or the slightest of crimes, just for you to go in and testify against P. Diddy. And so these are the things that, that tend to take place. And that's how it works, man. Trump 2024. That's how you feel. That's just what I was talking about, JVTV. Gene Deal will be used to rat on P. Diddy for sure. I wouldn't be surprised. Because I noticed his whole disposition was different today when I watched. Usually he's jumping around, he's cocky, he's this, he's talking about he's gonna do this to a person and knock a person out, and I carry 2 pistols, one in my, one on my ankle and and y'all know what I'm about, and y'all know I don't play. Sit your, man, you 63, 65 years old, bro. Sit down, man. Sit down. It's over. And so, let me get some of these weirdos out of here, Jason. So it's just one of those things where it's just like, man, you've talked way too much. Way too much you've talked. And you've talked yourself potentially into an indictment. All for what? For a few $1,000s that they giving you? 4, 5, 10,000. Charleston White gets $10,000 an interview. You ain't bringing them numbers like Charleston White. So what did they give you? $4,000 or $5,000 an interview? I see that he has 160 something thousand on his YouTube channel. So yeah, he's probably making nice money on YouTube. If you got 160,000 subscribers on YouTube and you dropping on a regular basis, can't really pinpoint what a person is making because it depends on how many videos that you're dropping. But I would say Gene Deal's probably making, if he drops 3-4 times a week, I would say that he's probably making out of 160,000 subscribers, I don't know, 20,000 a month, 20, 22, 23, 25,000 a month. It's a great living for dropping videos. Then he even wrote a book. Then he gets guest appearances. But it's all off the back of P Diddy. It's all off him running his mouth for all of these months. Now them people looking at you. Y'all continue to hit that like button for me. I appreciate it. I see the likes going up. Now they're looking at Gene Deal like, whoa. Not only did you just sit by and just watch these things, you were affiliated, you were associated with this man. You was a New York City, he from New York City boss. A New York City parole officer that condoned all of these illegal, heinous, horrific activity towards women and violent acts. So we're going to get you too. We don't really want you like that, but we're going to use you to testify against P Diddy. And we're going to get you. If I want you, I got to have you. In the words of Felice Johnson. Absolutely, Jason. Feds apply that pressure. People sing like canaries. Man, people sing like canaries. The state makes them sing like canaries. Let alone the feds. They definitely singing. They ain't trying to go to jail. But you best believe P. Diddy ain't trying to go to jail either. So either he's going to go to trial or he's going to work with the government and depending on how bad they want him, depending on the individuals that's supposedly have anything to do with this, depends on how bad they want him or them. But I don't really see P. Diddy singing like I see him going to trial. You can't go to trial and work with the government. You can't do both. You can't walk both sides of the fence. I see him going to trial and potentially beating it. I don't know if he'll beat every charge. George Washington. What the hell does P stand for? Well, he's always for years went by Puffy. So I don't know. I guess P. Diddy, I really don't know. The Marshall. What's up, bro? How you doing, man? I know, man. And you know what, Jason? I know I need a moderator. It's my fault. It's my fault because I have at least 3 people. Miss Pat Watson, I think you said something to her last time. She gets on me all the time. I know that I definitely do need a moderator, and I'm going to use one next time. I ain't never really had as many people being on some weird stuff as they are tonight. But really, again, it kind of helps my algorithm. So I just let them do them. James, he just said, where's Miss Pat? I don't know. She usually taps in. Yeah. I need to get better on the lives too, Jason. You see what I'm saying? Because I need to know how to go in here and just boot them out. So you're absolutely right. I've only gone live maybe I don't know, 3 or 4 times. So I need to get better at learning the lives and how to go about, doing certain things. So you're absolutely right. TLC Genetics Show. He want to tell now, but he was quiet back then. Exactly. Because it's profitable. Is he's making money off of it. Gene Deal's a weirdo, man. He's a weirdo. He ain't never. Jason V says double tap the screen, y'all. But he's a weirdo. Now you got all of these stories, horrific stories about P Diddy. He was essentially a police officer. You're a parole officer, so you just the same as a police officer. And you let all of these things go down on your watch, and you never notified anybody. You never told the station or your superiors or anything like that. Never. But now you do. Now you have so much to say. Don't be surprised if Gene Deal gets indicted. But he can handle. He's 6'7", 300 pounds. He's a gorilla. That's what he is. Gorillas in prison. He's a gorilla, so they're gonna put him in there with the gorillas. He'll never really do no time. He'll get a bond. But don't be surprised if Gene Deal gets it. I'm not calling for it. I don't wish jail. One thing about me, I don't wish jail on nobody. Because I know that jail is just terrible. But man, you can't just be out here, man, just wilding and beating women, man. You and kids and elderly people and robbing people that work hard and honorable people, and you want to run up and rob them thinking you're gonna get some cash. Don't nobody even carry cash. And you shoot them because that's $7. You shoot them, and now no, you people need to be in jail. They need to be in jail. What's that? Slimo? Is that Slimo, the greatest storyteller ever that ever lived? I'm a new subscriber. I appreciate you, bro. I don't think I'm the greatest storyteller ever, but I definitely appreciate you saying that. Maybe perhaps one day I could get to that point. But yeah, I definitely appreciate that, man. Yeah, let's get up to 60 likes. I need 6 more likes, y'all. I'm about to get out of here in a minute. 6 more likes. Just take a couple seconds. Boom, boom, boom. Let's get up to 60 likes, man. I appreciate that, Jason. 60 likes is all it takes, man. Double tap the screen. It's all you got to do, man. These weirdos. Hey, JV, man, you absolutely right. Like, it's a whole lot of just creeps in here. I wonder, like, if you just sitting at home, and it's just like, you know what? Let me jump on here and now I don't know if they're bots. I don't know really the intricacies of trolling. But I know, some of them have to be real people. So it's like, are you just sitting at home and like, man, you know what, man, let me jump on here and just troll somebody tonight. I don't have anything better to do. So let me just troll somebody. I need 6 more likes, y'all. Y'all double tap the screen, man. There is a need for a jail. Hold on, there's a need for a jail, but they should get it as far away from being a business as possible. I agree. But as long as you have private prisons, people that have the ability to go in and start or have their hands, if you will, in a private prison, is always going to be a business, man. Got to lock people up to keep our jails full. You got a private prison. You getting paid from the state to house these inmates. Oh, he stole out of Walmart. He stole $400 of Dickie pants outfits out of Walmart. Is that wrong? Absolutely, because Walmart has to pay that. Those Dickie pants are not just placed in there. There's a cost. They're paying that. I don't care if it's wholesale. I don't care if it's still a cost. But to give somebody 2 years, the way it works in Kentucky, we're going to give you 2 years because you're facing 1 to 5. We're going to give you 2 years for stealing 10 pair of pants out of Walmart. And then we're going to enhance your sentence to another 5 years because you have a prior felony. So now we're going to give you 7, 8 years in the penitentiary. but stealing 10, 11, 12 pair of pants out of Walmart. Is it wrong? Absolutely. It's still from anywhere. It's wrong. But you can give a person 6 months in the county jail. Keep it a misdemeanor. Give them 6 months in the county. Get caught stealing again, give you another 6 months. You want to spend your life doing 6 months in the county jail? Do that. But they're flooding, and the penitentiaries are flooded. Then you got your violent people. You got your individuals that perhaps need to be there. Definitely need to be there. JH, Diddy having them freak offs. Hey, you hit that like button for me, JH. I need 6 more likes. Double tap the screen. Definitely people need to be in prison, but come on, man. These petty little thefts, man, and stuff like that, man, that can be dealt with at a county level, man. You don't have to go to prison. But it's forever going to be that way, especially while they have, or as long as they have, these private prisons. Well, check it out, y'all. I want to get to 60 likes, but evidently it's not going to happen that way tonight. So it's all good. I appreciate you chiming in. I appreciate everybody joining me. I've been on live for 2 hours. I'm about to go and I don't know what I'm about to do, but I'm about to go and do something. Y'all check my video out. I dropped it a few hours ago. At this point, it's probably been, I don't know, 3.5, 4 hours. I apologize for the late upload. The internet was acting extremely crazy today. It took me like 4.5 hours just for the video to. I appreciate that, Nate. God bless you too, man. I appreciate that, man. James, you stay safe just as well. It took me a while, but I got it uploaded. So y'all go over and check out the video if you haven't already had an opportunity to check it out. Or, you know, you can watch it tomorrow while you're at work or tonight, whatever the case may be. Shout out to all my, everybody, man. Shout out to everybody, man, that supports the channel. I'm just looking forward to where this thing can potentially go to. We're just right under 10,000 subscribers. The subs have slowed down over the last month or so, but hey, I'm still thankful. I'm gracious. They're still coming along. My man JV TV tells me, man, you know, you got to be patient. You know what I'm saying? Just your time's gonna come, and I definitely appreciate you, JV TV. Y'all check him out, TB. Terry Brown from Arkansas, I appreciate you. Miss Pat, she didn't join us tonight, but she'll send me a message later on Facebook or whatever, and she'll be like, or she'll text me, why didn't you tell me you were going live? She'll be upset. My man Nate G 219 out of Indiana, y'all go check him out. He got prison content. Of course, my dog the Dante Show Network, Dante from the Dante Show Network, you are already familiar with him. Go check him out. Free J Williams, he'll be home in less than 60 days. Let's live life. Who else? And it's very difficult for me to think, like off the top of my head, but Christopher from South Carolina, I appreciate you. Deborah from Chicago, Chi-Town, you always looking out for me. Elaine Cox, thank you for being a supporter of the channel. And like I said, this is just off the top of my head, you know, just the people that have really, really showed me love. Everybody has showed me love. Pause, double pause, though, triple pause, because not that type of love. People show me, you know, like, you know, not that type of love. But I appreciate it, man. Free Diddy. I'm going to say it till it's backwards. Give the man an opportunity. I don't believe that those charges are warranted against him, but it is what it is. The feds, y'all hit that like button before I go. I just need 4 people to double tap the screen before I go to get to 60 likes. Just 4 people, just boom, boom, just double tap the screen for me. I'm trying to get up to 60 likes. I'm at 56 likes. But TLC Genetics Show, man, I appreciate you. Shout out to you. George Washington, big shout out to George Washington. Who else is in the building? James. Is it James? Hold on, let me, man. James McIlvain. He's a big supporter of the channel. I appreciate you. I appreciate the cash apps. $ KENZ 1000. I appreciate the super chats, the super thanks. What's up, Marshall? Just everybody that I'm overwhelmed with gratitude, man. I'm overwhelmed with gratitude. You all have to realize that 6-7 years ago, man, I was sitting in a cell, man. 6-7 years ago, I was sitting in a cell feeling like I didn't have a friend in the world. Feeling like nobody in this world gave, a care about me. Feeling like, man, what am I gonna do, man? What am I gonna do when I come home to change my life? Am I gonna continue doing these same things that's gonna land me in prison? And I finally found something that I enjoy doing, that I seem to be decent at. You know, the money's cool, but it wasn't about money. Because my first 10 months, 11 months I was on YouTube, I never got a dime. And then those couple months after that, I got like $100, $130. You see what I'm saying? But as the time went on, things kind of changed. So, money's cool, but that's not what I was in this for. You see what I'm saying? And I appreciate everybody that shows me love, man. I appreciate everybody that checks for my videos, everybody that just the overwhelming support and just showing that, you know what, real KENZ, man, we believe in you. I'm no angel. I'm not perfect. I'm not by any stretch of the imagination. I still make my mistakes. I still do things that I need to get better at. But I'm a work in progress, and I'm learning every day. Every day, I thank God. I say my prayers when I wake up, and I thank God that I have another opportunity at life, man. Another opportunity to be better, to do better. See, when you're in penitentiary, yeah, you have another opportunity, but man, you sit in penitentiary with 30, 40 years, and you 50 years old or 40 or 35 years old. It's just like, man, reality really, really hits you. Like, life is hard sometimes. I get it. Any of y'all that's going through things in life, and I'm going to say this before I go, anybody that's going through anything in life, find your higher power. Whatever it may be, find your higher power. Because a lot of the things that we're trying to do, the changes that we're trying to make, is obvious. We've been trying to do them for years, and we can't do these things on our own. We have to find a higher power to be able to transform, to be able to change our mind. We have to change our mind, our way of thinking. You can overcome, I don't care, addiction, whether it's drugs, alcohol, gambling, sex addiction, fast money, whatever the case may be, you can overcome it. I know it feels as though you can't, because it's like, I've been trying for all these years, and I just haven't been able to do it. And anything that I do or nothing that I do, it just doesn't work. You got to find your higher power, man. And once you do that, understand that it's not going to happen overnight. Understand that it's not going to happen in a day or two. But you continue to put in the work. You continue to pray. You continue to put in that effort. And over time, that desire that you had to do whatever caused your downfall in life, it'll slowly start to dissipate. It'll slowly start to go away. The next thing you know, it's like, wow, I haven't smoked a cigarette in 4 months. That's not to say the temptation won't, come back from time to time, but you have the willpower at this point to say, you know what? I don't want that drink. I don't want that cigarette. Can't stand the smell of it. I don't want to go to the casino. I don't want to use this drug. I don't want to watch this porn video. I don't want to cheat on my spouse. You can do it, man. My channel is all about positivity. And maybe it's why I don't grow as quickly as I feel as though I should be growing. But maybe I'm growing at the rate that I need to be growing. So there's a difference between doing or receiving what we want and receiving what we need. I've always lived in a microwave world. And that's what got me 3 trips to the penitentiary. 3-time loser, man. Been to the joint 3 times. 11 calendars. 11 years served in the penitentiary, man. Nothing to glorify about that. It sucks. Having a record sucks, man. It sucks. But at the same time, y'all double tap that screen. I need 3 more likes. Double tap the screen for me. But at the same time, I created it. No one made me do these things. I come from a good family. I come from a, well-raised, what have you. Just that fast money, that money, man, that Skrilla, man. I had to have it. In my mind, I had to have it. So I created these things. 2 more double taps for you. I'm trying to get to 60 likes, you all. Just double tap the screen. If you haven't liked it, double tap. 2 more is all I need. These are the things that I created years ago, and now I'm having to deal with these things years later. But guess what? I'm thankful to be alive. I'm thankful to wake up. I'm thankful that I'm not in a penitentiary. There's a lot of people walking around. I always speak about the loop in prison. The loop is the track in prison. Makina Reese _ Reese, what it do? I think about the individuals. I double tap that screen. I need 2 more likes, man. Quit all that hating. Double tap the screen. I think about all the people that's in prison right now that are never. One more double tap. I might stay on here a little longer. They'll never have an opportunity to be with a woman, hug a woman ever again in life. Unless you could come up on a CO, but that's rare. You gotta have personality to do it. I digress. But now, in all seriousness, like, some people will be in prison and their mothers will unfortunately pass away. Fathers will pass away, grandparents. Kids just running the street. Some people's in prison with their kids. I seen an individual, he was an older gentleman. Now, he didn't get in trouble all the time. He just did a violent act because the dude tried to stab him. And I told this story on my channel. Y'all double tap the screen. One more. I need one more like. Anybody, somebody. If you haven't liked, thank you. Had an individual, man. I appreciate that, you all. I had an individual that he was over at his friend's house. And again, I've told this story on my channel. They were drinking, and somehow it's always violence, and drinking just doesn't, they don't go, not necessarily violence, but weapons and drinking. 2 friends sitting at the kitchen table playing cards, just having a good time, just talking. Actually, it was 3 of them. They're taking shots. One word leads to the next, the next to the next, the next to the next. I appreciate that, Aaron. I definitely, if I pronounce your name right, I hopefully that I did. Thank you, TB, Terry Brown. I appreciate you. They get to arguing over a few dollars. This dude was an underwater welder. Had been for many, many years. Was very, very, very successful. He was tight with his money. 800 and something credit score. Home was paid for. Had been married, had 3 boys. Actually, I think he had 4 boys. They were all stair steps, like, close in age, 2, 3, 4 years apart. Never had any criminal record. Didn't get high. Anything. He's sitting at his friend's house. As I mentioned, 3 of them sitting at the kitchen table just playing cards. One joke turns to the next. The next joke turns to another one. And then, next thing you know, somebody catches feelings. They get to arguing. You got the liquor involved. They taking shots. They not mixing it with orange juice or Coke or, Pepsi or no. Straight shots. Expensive liquor. They're arguing. What you want to do? What you want to do? 3 best friends, man. Individual pulls out a knife. Big, long butcher knife. He don't pull it out. He's in his house, in his kitchen. He grabs a knife. What's up? One of them knives you see off the movie Jason, Friday 13th, Michael Myers. Chainsaw type action. Of course, you think your friend's not gonna stab you. We done all gotten into situations and problems and arguments with our friends, and man, I do this to you. Yeah, whatever, man. You ain't gonna do nothing. Not saying that person is a punk, but you really, really thinking that this individual is not gonna do you any harm. The argument pursues. It continues. Next thing you know, you find yourself a victim. He stabbed you 3 or 4 times. My best friend, man, over a card game with some liquor was involved, but stabbed me 3 or 4 times. He gets stabbed. Machete. Cha, cha, cha. Cush, cush, cush. One of those, not a butter knife, not a little steak knife, a real live knife, a real live. I'm gonna call it a Michael Myers knife. He makes his way out of the door. He's struggling for his life. He's bleeding. He has blood all over him. He has puncture wounds from this knife. He's struggling, but as he's struggling to get out the door, your same best friend is continuously stabbing you as you trying to make your way out of his kitchen door. Fortunately for him, he's only stabbed up 3 or 4 times. Now, I don't know how you can really say, fortunately, that you were only stabbed 3 or 4 times by a big butcher knife. But the reason I say fortunately is because he was able to escape. He leaves out of the house, blood everywhere. Blood trails everywhere. He makes his way to his truck. He got damn near a new truck that he done paid cash for. Worked hard all his life. As I mentioned, he's in the 800s in the credit score. You know, you can only go so high. Was it 850? He's as close to 850, if not 850. He's right there. Underwater welder. 4 boys, raised them all. Husband. No criminal record other than a couple traffic tickets. He don't use drugs. He carries a firearm, but he didn't bring the firearm in the house with him because it's my best friend. We just sitting down at the table playing cards. Couple of dollars, man. This was a discrepancy over some money. Small money. It's not like they playing $100 a hand or 200. They were playing like hearts. I think that's the game that the OGs used to play. Hearts. I don't know anything about hearts. I play spades. GT, what up, wet? Salute. Appreciate you, man. He makes his way to his truck. Shepherd. That's his name. That's his real name, Shepherd. I don't always use real names. Typically, I don't use real names. But in this particular situation, I'm going to use his real name. His name was Shepherd. He gets to the truck. He's wounded. Grabs a shotgun. Keeps a shotgun in the truck. He walks back to the house. The kitchen door was one of those houses to where when the kitchen door leads directly out, on the outside of the house. He tries to enter the house. Door's locked. Boom! Blows the door off the hinges. Pistol grip pump on my lap at all times. Yep. One of those. Dudes in the kitchen. 2 of the individuals, it was only 3 of them. The other individual was trying to break it up. He was trying to tell him, nah, man, don't do that, bro. Don't do that. So Shepherd has no problem with this individual. He has a problem with this person that stabbed him, his best friend in the whole world. You done stabbed me with a butcher knife, man. 3 or 4 times. One of them Fleece Johnson knives, man. Shout out to Fleece Johnson, Hustle Spirit 502, featuring Fleece Johnson and Big Lee. Y'all go check them out. No, bro, ho, bro. He sees this shotgun action. Oh, bro, hold up, man. It wasn't even like it. It wasn't like it. Boom! Fires on him. Hits him in the leg. When he hits him in the leg, he goes backwards, and the only thing that held him up was the counter, the kitchen counter. Come on, bro. Please don't do this to me, man. I ain't mean it. I ain't mean it. Oh, you didn't mean it? What's all these stabs? What's all this blood? What's all these holes in my body? Boom! Fires on him again for a second time. Best friend. Best friend who had stabbed him 5 minutes prior over a disagreement, if you will, over a couple dollars in a card game. They met every week and played hearts. Come on, bro. Please don't do this to me, man. Please don't do this to me, man. It be calling me, man. It just be calling me, man. I don't know. I didn't. Shut up. Boom. Fires the third time. Dude's really messed around. Now at this point, he's on the ground. He stands over top of him. Was I there? No, I wasn't there. But he told me the story because I was locked up with him. Stands over top of him. The other individual, the other friend, come on, bro. Let's go, man. Leave it alone, man. Dude is already messed around or whatever. Come on, bro. Please don't. Please let it go, bro. Let it go. He goes back to his truck. Drives off. He's anticipating. He knows what's going to happen. Next day or two, whatever, he didn't run. He waited for the police to come. He was one of them type of individuals. I ain't running nowhere. I'm going to let him come and get me. Sure enough, the police came and got him. Dude that he hit 3 times, obviously said who did it. Forget the fact that I done just stabbed him up, but he didn't told the police. Instead of just saying, hey, man, I don't know who did it, man. Somebody broke in, tried to rob me, man, whatever. That wasn't the case. He tells the police, his best friend in the world. Attempted murder. He's charged with attempted murder, an individual that's never had a criminal record ever in his life. Has a high bond. This guy got great credit. He owns his home. He owns his cars, trucks, what have you. Got money put up or whatever. He has a bond. It's not the feds. He has a bond. He gets out on bond. When he gets, I'm reading these dumbass comments, man. So when he gets out, they really make me laugh. So when he gets out on bond, he's like on an ankle monitor. And he fights the case. He fights the case for like 2 years. Got the best of attorneys. They're offering him like a 5-year plea deal. No. Why would I take an assault charge? Why would I take a 5-year plea deal for assault when this individual did this to me? He assaulted me. It was self-defense. In his eyes, that's really how he's seen it. What's good, Maya? Maya Bean. How you doing? I thought you was going to hit me up on Facebook. I could swear I told you to hit me up on Facebook. Real KENZ TV at Yahoo. You can hit me up. That's my email. And, Real KENZ TV at Yahoo. And, we can take it from there, Miss Maya. So we insist on taking this case to trial, these charges to trial. When he goes to trial, he tells the exact same story that I just told. Jury comes back guilty. Attempted murder. Actually, it wasn't attempted murder. It was it was assault. But see, there's different forms of assaults in Kentucky because they gave him 35 years or 30 years, but they didn't give him the 30 years at Valent. When I say 30 years of violence, meaning that if he had have gotten 30 years and it was considered a violent crime, although it was a violent crime, he would have had to have done 20 years for parole. So he got a regular 30 years, meaning that he did 20% of his time, which is 6 years to see the parole board. The reason that he got 30 years is because when he left out of the house and he got to his truck, he was no longer in imminent danger. He could have driven off, called the police. This is how they think. This is how they, hey, y'all double tap that screen for me. Let's get to 70 likes. I need 3 more likes. Y'all double tap the screen to get to 70 likes. If you had called the police, we could have came in and handled this situation, but you took the law into your own hands. You went to your car, got your shotgun, came back in the house. So they kind of, in a sense, look at that as premeditated. As weird as it sounds, this dude done stabbed me 3 or 4 times and almost, I got a collapsed lung. I got all type of real, like my kidneys. He didn't really mess me around. But I guess the adrenaline, 2 more likes, you all appreciate that. Double tap that screen. And I went in and I handled my business. But you all saying, no, I shouldn't have taken the law into my own hands. I should have waited on the police. Called the police. And so as a result, he gets 30 years. A guy that's never had anything more than a traffic violation. $30 years in prison. He does 6 years, sees the parole board. Violence. They're not trying to hear that he stabbed me and I went back in. Come see us in another 5 years, 60 months. 2 more double taps, y'all. That's all I need. Double tap that screen twice, 2 times. Dose. Parole board, come back and see us in 5 years. 5 years, come back and see us in 5 years. You appealing the decision. That don't make no difference. Denied. Come back and see us in 5 years. Does the 5 years. Now he has 11 years in on a 30-year sentence. He knows that he has a possibility of going home. He's done everything, clean conduct. He's an elderly gentleman. He hasn't done anything to, he's in his 60s at this point. Early 60s, maybe late 50s. I don't remember. How am I supposed to remember? I know that he was old. He was older. Respectfully. Matter of fact, he was in his late 50s because when he goes back up for parole again, they give him another 5 years. Come back and see us in 5 years. Actually, it was 3 years. So let's rewind that. On a live, I'm going to rewind. Who's ever done this on a live rewind? He goes back up for parole after doing the 60-month setback. So at this point, he has 11 years in. They give him a 3-year setback. Come back and see us in 3 years. So now he has 14 years in on a 30-year sentence. I'm in Kentucky now. Understand that if it's non-violent, if it's not a true sentence, double tap that screen. Double tap the screen. I'm going to call motherfucking Dante from the Dante Show Network. And he going to come here and push that blade, man. Do y'all want me to call Dante? He going to come in here and push that sword of justice. And he going to push that blade. 69. 69 is a great number. Respectfully, pause or whatever. But for the lady, 69 is a great number. But I need one more double tap. I need one more double tap. Or I'm calling Dante from the Dante Show Network. And if he comes in the building, oh, it's really going to be a problem. I appreciate it. Do it. Love your content. Palm Beach, Florida. Absolutely. I appreciate you, bro. Much love to you, man. I'm trying to get one more like. Double tap the screen if you haven't already. I need one more like to get to 70 likes. So now at this point, Shepard is done, what I say, 6 years, 5 years, and 3 years. That's 14 years. He just know he's going home. state of Kentucky, on a 30-year sentence, you can be home really a lot earlier now, but back then the programs weren't as plentiful. So you probably gonna do about, I don't know, 20. Make it home. He does the 3 years, the latest 3 years. They give him 2 more years. Damn. In 2 more years? Does the 2 years. That's around the time I meet him. At this point, Shepard was zesty, man. I'm going to just keep it. Shepard was really on his zesty. He used to try to get me to come to his room and play chess. And he'd come to the room because I play chess all the time. He'd come to the door. He had worked his way up to where he was in the honor dorm. Y'all double tap that screen. I need one more like. One more like. Quit hating, man. To get to 70. Hey, Dante, you right, James. Dante, he go to bed early. He's up at it early at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning with videos. He go to bed early. If I call him right now, he's not going to answer. He does the 2 years. Now, at this point, it's 18 years. He's close to serving his whole sentence out. I would go to his room. I lost track for a second, and he would come to the door because he was in the honor dorm, the way you can have your own room, your own cell. But their doors, they're not like cell bars, jail bars. Hit that like button. I'm going to go crazy. Double tap the screen. I'm going to go crazy. You heard me? 23-hour lockdown. Shoe program, nigga. You motherfuckers will be playing basketball in Pelican Bay when I get through with you. If you don't hit that like button. I watched Training Day last night. I go through that because I watch Training Day like so often. It just sometimes it comes out of me. Pause, double pause. He comes through the door, man. I'm like, what's up, bro? You got these tight ass long johns on, man. With his print showing, and hey, bro, what are you on, man? Put some clothes on, man. I ain't coming in. Nah, man, ain't nobody on it. Come on in the cell. Now you got me messed up. And now Shepard was a strong. I'm talking about. Thank you. I appreciate it. I had to go through my Denzel to make you all hit that like button and double tap. You see what I'm saying? Ah, you motherfuckers done did it. No, you didn't. No, y'all putting cases on all you bitches. You disloyal, fool-ass, bitch-made punks. So, I'm like, bro, you got to put on some shorts, man. What are you on, bro? Ain't nobody on that, man. Ain't nobody trying to come in your cell, man. You got these tight-ass long johns on, man. Print all showing, and ain't nobody trying to look. Oh, man, you tripping. Nah, you tripping. Shepard was a little zesty, man. He does it 2 years. It's 18 years. I think they end up giving him like another year. He ends up doing like 19 years, and he gets out on parole. But it was just a situation to where he had to do 19 years flat, straight. Wife left him. 4 sons then grew up. One of his sons ended up being in a penitentiary with him over something. I don't know exactly what it was. And it was just like, wow, man, the penitentiary really, really will ruin your family life. It'll ruin. Thanks, James, man. I'm about to get out of here in a minute. I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for the love and the support. Y'all go check out my video that I dropped, I don't know, maybe 3-4 hours ago. And nothing but love, man. 19 years, man, because of the decision that he made. He could have driven off, but it's like, nah, man, this dude done stabbed me, man. Nobody trying to call the police. You done stabbed me up, and you think I'm going to just stop and go call the police? That's what you're supposed to do. But at the same time, it's not what we always do. I don't really know what to say about this situation. I don't know what I would have done in this situation. I don't know what to say. What up, Amsterdam? Gwen Deal. Amsterdam is in the business, in the building. But at any rate, man, I appreciate you all. Once again, I know I've already gone through the spiel. I appreciate everybody chiming in, man. Real KENZ TV. Y'all make sure y'all like, share, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Let's help get my channel, man. Let's help get it out there. I can't do it without you all. Share. Absolutely, Gwen Deal. Share the videos, and because I have a message, and I want the young people to understand that prison and street life is just not the way to go. I don't make up videos. I never made up one story. People say, "Oh man, you talked about Banky Pound just told a story about serving chicken in prison and it caused a riot." And Banky Pound, shout out to Banky Pound, but I don't steal anybody's stories. Prison is prison. Same thing that happens in Virginia prisons happens in Kentucky prisons, California prisons, New York prisons, Washington, D.C. prisons, North Carolina prisons. You don't just reinvent the wheel. So if Banky Pound, respectfully, if he told a story about how it is on chicken days in prison, you think that doesn't happen over here? But people will hear Banky Pound tell a story of anybody else and be like, "Oh, Banky Pound told that story." But I'm not, my story is just, the storyline may be the same, but the story's not the same. I've never stolen anybody's video or content. I tell my videos and my content. Because to be honest, half these dudes is lying. Half these dudes is making up shit because the money is astronomical on YouTube. So the more crazier that you see the thumbnail that's gonna make people click on, that's why people always do the booty bandits and the rainbows and the gate, because people click on to that. I do it sometimes because it's real stories, but I'm gonna keep it real. We all want to be entertained, whether it's a lie, whether it's the truth. Me, I choose to tell the truth, man. I can't just get on here and make up stories, and I'm definitely not gonna steal anybody's story. 11 calendars in. 11 calendars. I've seen a lot. And I don't always talk about prison. I tell real life stories just as well. Real KENZ TV, man. I appreciate you. One love, Gwen Deal. I'm going to definitely keep dropping this action and this heat. You know what I mean? And I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. JV, I'm going to get at you. I know I was supposed to call you the other day, man. I'm tripping, man. I'm definitely tripping. My mom's had COVID, man, and no excuse. I just been looking out for my, but hey, real KENZ TV, man. Y'all enjoy y'all's evening.